It's good.
The fuck is that? I catch it like every fucking 30 seconds.
He's
Surely
ready
someone-
for some fucking news or what?
Did I shit my pants? No. Just fucking took a shit.
If anyone's wondering what's happening, Bert shat himself and he's trying to
Fucking-
blame it on the dogs next door.
I shit myself at least 2 times a year, right? There's nothing wrong
And it
with
was
that,
both
okay?
times today.
It's both times this year were today. No, this is a problem everyone has, okay? Don't look at me like that.
You've already done your cancel couch. You're not allowed to cancel shitting yourself.
The professional layman's.
Welcome to the Professional Layman's Podcast, episode 11. Fucking TPL Podcast, the show where we tell you about everything that you knew that you didn't know about. Hey,
Hey.
He's killing it
Hey.
every time.
Every time.
I'm so fucking hungover, and it was like the biggest concern. I'm like, alright, just get the intro right, because
The rest doesn't matter.
not only do you always get it wrong, but the past 2 episodes I realized I actually haven't done it properly. I haven't fully expounded upon the intro in a manner such as I just did.
It was glorious.
It was great.
I'm
Thank
very
you.
proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
for
you.
pulling through.
My dad sitting next to me is very proud of me. It is in fact your boy Jesse. How you going, Jesse?
Oh, yeah,
Dad.
pretty fucking good, eh?
Yeah, pretty good. Are your arms sore from doing all those fucking wall standing push-ups?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You lost me phone.
Are you gonna spit us a fat rhyme while you do some air punching, like
Yeah,
shadowboxing?
bro. Maybe you should tell the listeners what we're talking
No,
about.
No, they can figure it out for
Yeah.
themselves. Oh, by the way, you know, it was you remember that game Hearthstone?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I
Is
know,
it
right?
Hearth or hurt?
Hearth.
Aye, come sit by the hearth.
I guess
So
it's Hearth.
It's Hearthstone.
I guess it's Hearth because it's hearty,
Heart. Yeah.
like it's a derivative of hearty,
Yeah.
I guess.
You didn't say hurt.
It's so
Hurty.
people who are addicted to WoW can play something when they're at work.
Yeah, and on their phone, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the best card in that game, remember, was Shadowboxer.
Was it?
I know, it was like a priest card.
Oh.
Every time you healed a minion, it would like just fucking ding some other minion across the board. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good minion. That was
And
a
there was
good
like
card.
a way to strat it so that every time... Yeah, if you had like 8 minions out, you could heal all of them, and then for each heal, it would like send out 8 attacks,
Yeah.
and you just floor
It's-
everyone.
yeah, it's fucking sick. Yeah.
OP.
Yeah.
OP card games.
Yeah, the Professional Layman's, the premier Australian trading card game podcast, I guess.
Yeah, dude. We need to make our own line of trading
Yeah, I
cards.
know,
That'd
right?
be sick.
Joining us in our quest for domination of the trading card market is, in fact, the editor as well. How you going, Ed?
The first edition.
The first
Everyone give him a
edition.
bit of a round of applause for the last episode.
It was very nice.
It was very good
It was
listening back
concise. It was concise. It was what's another synonym for just good?
to it. Accurate.
Benzos.
Benzos.
It was benzos.
New Zealand benzos.
Yeah.
New
Clono
Zealand
How'd they
benzos.
get here? Who knows?
Oh, I just found these benzos in my pocket. I think they're benzos. I might smack one down later.
It was funny. It was funny how literally 10 minutes ago Ed just goes, "Oh hey, what are these?" and just like pulls out
bickies out of his
pulls
pocket.
out a couple benzos out of his pocket. I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah. What were you up to
so
last
who
night,
knew?
bud?
He's like,
Who knew?
I wonder what these are. Next minute, Jesse's on fucking, was it
Pill report.
pillreport.com
Trying to find
trying to figure it out. Oh, don't worry, just don't use codeine with it, you'll be fine.
Should we do plugs at the top of the show? 'Cause
Plugs at the
one
top?
listens to the end.
What are we plugging?
Go to our YouTube page if you
Ooh.
haven't
Oh,
already. Leave
right,
us some
our
comments.
plugs.
Send us some fucking emails.
Yeah, the email is professional.layman's@gmail.com. Oh, yeah, I kind of like maybe just getting
Yeah.
the plugs in at the start.
Yeah.
Maybe you got a good idea. Yeah.
We want to hear your stories. We want to
Yeah.
hear how much you hate our podcast.
Our podcast is universally hated.
Yeah.
It's either not known, which is mostly that.
Yeah. 98% not known, underground, I like to call it.
Yeah, but the people that do
Kind of like
listen,
Eminem before he got, he
yeah,
blew up.
everyone
thing.
everyone hate him because he's white. Everyone
Yeah.
hates us because
Well, there's
we're
many reasons.
white.
I
I guess. There was nothing really funny I could substitute there for that one. But
That's fine.
we just have to keep going on with the show then.
Yep.
Yeah. So our good friend Edison over here did in fact
Eduardo.
Eugene. That's not even an Ed word. That's just a E word.
My name's Ben.
Ben.
So
Don't.
got him.
Got him.
Put me in chains. Fuck me, daddy.
All right, I think the
and-
show's open. Yeah, that's sick. Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's what we were looking for.
Yeah, that's it. I think we've gone up about 3 points in the
Erection scale.
I can't even think of
quarter
words
chub
'cause I'm
scale?
so fucking hungover right now.
It's alright, just read them. Don't think
Oh,
of them.
fucking
Chub chub.
erections. Yeah, shell shock. Yeah. So yes, Ed did the topic last week.
Diamonds.
Yes, specifically the monopoly of diamonds.
Yes.
And it was very knowledgeable, very learned episode. Learned a lot about De Beers and how they're not obviously an alcohol company, which you think they would.
Yeah.
Be, right? Like, they'd be like, it's right there in the name. It'd be a very recognizable brand, right?
Just
De
Beers.
Beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, De Beers. You're selling De Beers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
I
Everyone's
did
laughing.
heaps
man.
of research on the beers this weekend.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, it's like you can't really blame them though.
My balls are empty, we'll put it that way.
And
It's
so's the
just been-
fridge.
It's just
Yeah.
been fervently fucking jacking off to De Beers, like just acquisitions of different South African diamond mines and fucking buying out other companies while he's just like off his face in benzo. Like.
Oh, I haven't had any yet.
Don't give him
Oh
bad
yeah, good
ideas.
point. Yeah, good point. Probably shouldn't. Yeah, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, fantastic.
We're going back to
Chuck that there.
the usual rotation of myself and your boy Jesse, which means because you did the one before that it is now my turn this fine week. It's actually a really nice day. Usually there's dogs everywhere,
Yeah.
just barking and being loud cunts. Like, it's fucked. Like, you know. I
Oh
don't
yeah, it's really bad here for some
It's
reason.
really fucking bad. Like, over there on the left side of my house, I have 2 fucking dogs
Yeah.
that don't shut up.
Yeah.
On the right side of my house, I have a dog that doesn't fucking shut up. Behind me to my right, I have a dog that doesn't fucking shut up.
But they've all shut up this morning
But they've all shut up this morning.
because
It's
they
like
knew we were
the-
It's
recording.
it's
Yeah.
a serene, beautiful, overcast Sunday morning. So
a little bit of light drizzle.
Cue piano
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. It's like this is how like decrepit and like like ghoulish the fucking politicians in America are. Like, there's this bitch called Nancy Pelosi, right?
Yeah,
This
I've heard of
bitch.
her.
Yeah, like and they're just really old people, right? They're just like, and you can see them just like deteriorating in front of your
Ooh.
eyes, right?
Is this Bert's cancel couch?
No, it's not,
No?
but we'll get onto that very shortly.
Oh.
And she's she's on like a morning show. And they're like, "Oh yes, good morning, Senator Pelosi," and she's like, "Good morning, Sunday morning."
What?
And then that's it. Good morning, Sunday morning,
Like,
and they're
her
like-
brain was like, "Good morning." She's like, "It's
Sunday mo-
Sunday."
Sunday morning.
She's like good at improv. She's like, always add information.
Sunday.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
And you're like, okay.
And yeah, the guy was like, "Right, okay then."
Just yes and.
Indeed.
Yes and.
It is Sunday.
But yes,
Glad to see you keeping track of that.
well done. You
Yeah.
certainly deserve that seat in our Senate.
That was like,
Making some
did you
hard
say that
decisions
on the
for us.
last pod, or was it
What?
that the second in charge? Oh, that Bernie actually called her. No, not Bernie. What's his name?
You're talking Joe Biden.
Biden. Yeah.
Yeah, but no,
Biden
that's
actually
true.
Called.
Biden called Kamala Harris
Yeah.
President Kamala.
It's so funny.
Obviously
that
a
cunt
slip-up,
is
but-
like ancient, man.
Oh, dude, he's so old, man. I mean, you know, let's get past the fact he likes sniffing girls. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
he's,
does he?
he's just a very old man.
He could probably just
Oh.
blame it on the dementia.
Little
Blame it on
Suvi.
the dementia. What's that?
Little souvenir for you, man.
Just
Oh.
pulling bottle caps.
What is
and
this? Is this from one of those
Soju.
drinks that
Blueberry.
have the little balls in them?
No, that's just soju.
What's soju? Give us a rundown on that.
Oh, it's like Korean drink, and it's like
alcoholic?
yeah,
Like,
but it's
yeah.
it comes in like a beer bottle size thing, but it's 4 standard drinks nearly,
Oof.
and they're usually
Yeah, right.
Usually they mix it with half a draft beer, and you get different flavors. It's like
Do they make it out of rice or something?
Yeah, it's clear.
True.
But you just drink it straight because you're a fucking madman sitting in a Chinese restaurant.
Fuck
at fucking
yeah.
1
It's like
a.m.
4 fucking standard drinks in the bottom, man. That shit. That's
You're
what
not
I
meant to
need.
like sit and sip, but you know,
It's like I like.
Does it taste good or is
it's
it?
really yummy. The blueberry one's so good. They have like
Yeah.
apple peach, the original, which is like I don't know what that is.
Soju?
It's just
Yeah,
liquid.
soju flavored soju.
Korean liquid. That's just the original.
Drink it out of like a little bowl.
Oh, true. Instead of a
Mm.
cup, like
Yeah.
a teacup, but like an Asian one.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
The one,
Sick.
the ones that
Like you could almost put
base.
ramen in it, like a mini ramen,
tiny ramen,
tiny ramen.
like Lego ramen.
That's a good rundown on
Uh,
soju. And that's been our topic for the week, guys.
Yes, we'll catch us later. Yeah, so yeah, last topic. It is my turn today, but as Ed did mention, we should get into the cancel couch.
Mm.
Cute.
And
Welcome.
what pissed you off this week?
Get into him.
We've been fucking through this, right? It's not necessarily what pisses me off.
Irksome.
It's what makes me
Irksomes
irks. No, it's most of the time it is going to piss me off. Yeah. But no, a lot of the time it's just going to be things that I disagree with, like Derek Chauvin, the first cancel couch, right? Doesn't necessarily piss me off that the guy went to jail, but I think it was a bit stupid that he did,
But
and we know why he did.
female politicians walking, that pisses you off, right?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
that irks me. That is quite irksome. Yes,
Yes,
nice.
Why don't
indeed.
they use wheelchairs like the rest of us?
I know, right?
Fucking rubbing it in.
Next minute, just like they're like on crutches, just like doing power walks, like state capitol, at like 4 a.m. Just like, yeah, and I'm getting places.
I'm rolling with it.
I'm getting places. I'm a strong, independent black woman. Anyway, yeah. So,
I'm glad you came out.
thanks, man. Well, I mean, look, I kept it secret for a really long time. I'm gonna stop that.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna get into that. Okay, so this is Bert's cancel couch. Spread your legs, take your top off. let me whip them nips a bit. I mean, yeah.
Whip them.
No. So today's cancel couch is the L in LGBT.
What does it stand for?
Oh, lesbians first.
Yeah. So well,
As if they get the
Lesbian.
first
that's
one.
right. That's right. So think about that for a minute, right? So let's spell out the acronym, right? We know there's like fucking 31 other things that go after it, right?
L, lesbian, bi,
So it's lesbian,
gay.
lesbian, gay,
Gay,
bisexual, transgender,
Right.
right? So
Trans are bottom tier LGBT.
well, look, I look.
I can't. I never say it. I don't know.
It's the typical like she and he thing, right? Women are upset. Well, you know, some women are upset that they seem to think it's a derivative. She is a derivative of he, right? It's like, okay, well, what would you rather?
Yeah.
Like, do you want something that's completely different? Like, what do you want? Like, what's going on here?
It's like
Right.
the Latinx thing. Like,
Yeah,
most of them are like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
this
we
is-
don't want to be called that. What are you fucking making
and
up?
and Spanish is such a fucking gendered language as well.
Yeah. They
Like,
have
it's
like,
so gendered. Like,
yeah.
the way you pronounce words, the way you finish sentences. If you're talking about a woman, a lot of the time it's an accentuated "ah" at the end.
Yeah, isn't that El Nino and La Nina?
Yeah,
It's like that's
Like-
derivative from Spanish.
That's right. Like
And it's
a niño,
literally, yeah.
a niño is a little boy. A niña is a little girl.
Yeah.
Sounds dangerously close to another word, but anyway.
What word's that?
Yeah, fill in the
Not
blank.
today.
Yeah, not too sure.
Not today, Junior. No,
So close.
so close.
We'll get him.
We'll get it.
That's a cancer
Get
couch
him to
for a
drop
reason, eh? Yeah, so the L in LGBT, right? Let's rewind like maybe like 6 years, right? This shit was like starting to get into full swing around that point, right? So when you started like getting like everyone coming out, it's being like, yeah, gay rights, yeah, this is an acronym,
Yeah, gay was like for both, right?
Well, I mean, isn't that what like a
Gay
gay
female,
woman
gay
is a
male.
lesbian, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're claiming it twice? What are they trying to claim? Like,
Well, this is what I meant. Like,
They're better. They're at the front.
I think they've co-opted. They've co-opted lesbian. Like
they're trying to get away from gender, but they're making
they've already
it
made
about gender
exactly by
separating
sex.
lesbian and
yeah,
gay.
yeah.
Is that
that's
the right point? Yeah.
no. Well, yes, you're correct.
Sort of?
But think about it this way. So it's the first one, right?
Right.
Why?
Why not?
Well,
Does it roll off the tongue better?
Okay, lesbian, then gay, right? Lesbian, then gay. Why not just gay?
Yeah.
Because if you're a lesbian, you're gay.
GBT.
We know why. We know why. It's because
And they throw in queer as well. Isn't that the same thing?
yeah, LGBTQ. That's queer.
Is that
Q
different?
on the end. No, well, look, they just add letters to
I
the
thought
end
it was
of
for
it.
QAnon.
Like, for whatever. It's for QAnon.
Lesbian, gay, bi, trans, QAnon.
QAnon.
I'm into that.
I can get on board with that.
Fuck yeah. Sign the petition.
No, but why
Storm
the fuck?
the White House.
We know why they didn't fucking just have gay there, right? It's because these are women we're talking about. Women always have to be the fucking center for attention.
They
right?
want to be well, that's
and
That was a
because
big
that's
blanket.
loaded.
Yeah, that was-
That's gonna get
hey,
you.
you don't believe me?
I do.
Well,
Might-
yeah.
might
Why
have to bleep
the
this
fuck's
one.
the L there? Why is the L there? The only reason that L is there is because the people that thought of this shit are lesbians, right?
Right.
And again, like I said, is birds cancel couch. Yeah, no, women always want attention, and it's even harder for a lesbian because if you're going down that route, right,
With that
then
crazy
you're not
hairstyle.
you can't get attention from men because you quote unquote don't want attention from men, right? So you gotta get that attention from somewhere else, and the only comparable amount of attention is being a batshit feminist, right? So that's another way men will take really good notice of you, right?
And you'll attract the attention you want from other batshit feminists.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But the lesbians, why is there the L is there simply because they needed some help in getting other people to like them. Because no one likes lesbians. Let's face it. All right, 5% of yous are hot, and it's nice. It's very nice looking at you sharing coitus.
Yeah.
With
well, yeah,
yourselves,
it's not
yes.
bad. Yeah.
5% of yous. 95. Then the rest of you are just fucked. Like every time I look in your direction, I feel like my skin like starts to fucking like melt. Some sort of
wriggles
like
by itself.
some sort of like mimetic chemical reaction through the air, like that's been psychologically forced upon me because I'm a white male. And I'm just like a vampire, just like
It is kind of our kryptonite in a way. It's probably just from the stance that we're taking.
Because they're taking all the girls, yeah? And we're not.
oh yeah, mate.
It's
was
not
about
enough
to
for
say-
me.
You're going to sign off on this one? Or?
Oh, fuck no. I'm not going to get rid of all of our fucking women listeners.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Hey, no, look, women, we love you, but
Men need attention too.
But
and they
isn't
crave
it just
too.
weird though? Like it
Not
says
just lesbians.
it says a fucking lot.
It's
that
the type
is-
of attention that they're after that's different.
But let's go through it, right?
There's
Let's-
lots of lesbians out there that are like, yeah, I've been a dyke for ages, but I don't call myself LGQ plus or whatever.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of intra-hate as well with lesbians. They're like...
they
18 side.
they fucking can't help but have inner conflicts. Like
Yeah,
they,
there's like... You're not... Especially if they're bi.
True.
They're like,
Mm.
you're not a real fuck. When they show
You're
up
just
to when they
pretending.
show up to like site wearing like all their high vis stuff, and they're like, you're taking all the you're not a real fucking
Yeah.
stroking their beard and shit. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what I've
okay, now I'm fucking done.
No, that's true though.
you know what I've discovered. I was talking with a guy at work. He was a new bloke. He'd only been there for 3 days, and we were talking. And we got on the subjects of cops. Right,
I thought you were about to say cocks.
cocks, just long, hard,
It's like, that
oiled
was
up,
quick.
oiled
Hey
up
bro,
cock.
hey, you like cocks, man?
Yeah, man. Especially when there's a bunch of oil on it. It's like fuck yeah,
Yeah, dude.
sick.
Oh, dude, I seen this one the other day.
Was
Fucking
it,
massive.
Was it fucking sick?
Huge
yeah,
cock.
it was mad.
So good.
It was fucking mad. I forgot what I was fucking saying.
Cops?
Yeah,
Cops,
Yeah.
yeah, hot, just cocks. Yeah. No, and this guy didn't like cops, right?
Yeah, he's like, fuck cops.
But he had a
I'll say that.
yeah. There you go. Thank you. But he had a really good way to deal with female police, right? Not just a lot of the time you get a female cop and they're nice enough, right? But a lot of the time they got a fucking chip on their shoulder, Because they have this idea that, you know, men are looking down on them because she's in their profession or
I
something.
will say they probably cop it.
Mm.
No pun,
Good,
but
good.
They
Good.
probably do cop it.
They're
from all the
better.
male
They're better
cops.
people for it.
Yeah,
Don't you agree? They're probably better people for it.
yeah. It'd be
But at the
such
same
a like,
time-
gym room, you know,
Yeah.
at a cop shop.
But at the same time, all of my unpleasant experiences with police have been with female police officers because they are cunts. As like from the moment they get to your fucking car window, they want to find an excuse
Yeah,
to just put their knee on your back because they're like, this makes me wet. That like that I can make a 6'2" dude like get on the ground.
So how
and I
does
have
your
a
mate
gun.
deal with them?
So my
Does
mate.
he just go, I stand for women's rights?
No.
As soon as
As soon as he figures that this woman, this cop woman, is going to be the type of woman that's going to annoy him a little bit, he just straight out asks for a number.
oh, he's like, oh, true. Okay.
Just straight out asks for the number. It doesn't matter how old or how batshit or baggy or whatever, right? He just straight out asks him out. And he reckons they get fucking furious with him.
Oh, who would have thought?
Well, yeah, who would have thought,
Who
right?
would have thought?
Well, because he's blatantly just saying, hey, I don't respect you. And obviously that just drives him fucking around the bend.
Well, and then they
Same
go
with
back
lesbians.
to the patrol car and they sit for a second. And
Yeah.
then they're like, oh, actually,
That did turn me on a bit, like, you know.
like, you get out of here, you little rascal. Like, is that how it ends? You know.
Move it
You
on.
get on.
I feel like
with
if I tried that, she'd be like, no.
Nah.
Now you're definitely going to prison.
Oh, for what? Are you gonna?
For all the
Are you
drugs in my
gonna
car.
wrestle me out of the car? Love?
She just smacks you in the face with a
Fucking
baton.
shoots you in the forehead with a taser. No, okay. So to wrap this up, right? So the L shouldn't be there, right? Because look, it's gay, right?
No, it
just say gay, right?
I'll say that, yeah, for sure.
Right. So now, when you start to get more disparities, is when you look at the B, right? What's B? Bisexual, right? Now B talks about what you what obviously the combination of the first two, right? But there's no straight in LGBT, right? Doesn't include straight. So the fact that bisexual's in there, half of it's already redundant, right? Which leaves the gay part, which means it shouldn't be in there anyway because it's included in the G.
And the straight one's not in there because no one gives a fuck.
'Cause no one gives a
All the
fuck.
straight people are like, I don't really need my...
It's like
Letter in
there
there.
was a legit effort to get super straight put in there.
Oh, true. Okay.
Funnily enough, the acronym would be SS.
And they're like, you probably shouldn't do that.
Danger. They were trying to get patches and things, and it just didn't culminate for some reason.
People looked at them really weird, and they're like, I wonder what's going on there.
Where's my SS patch?
Yeah, so fuck off the B as well, right? Fuck off the B as well, right? Now the T. Now our good friends, the transgenders, we would never slight you.
There should be different T's because there's female male and male female.
But-
it should be TFM, TMF.
But the only thing that because it shouldn't be in the list either. It should, because that deals with your inherent sexuality rather than what you're attracted to, right? So it deals more with who you are than what you're attracted to, right?
Yeah, because you can like either no matter what state of trans you're in.
Yeah, that's right. So like you can be whatever.
So it's irrelevant.
Right. So you could be a gay transgender person, but for the purposes of like looking just at sex alone and not gender, you would be straight.
The real ticket is
right?
to be a lesbian trans because then you're claiming the L, the G, and the trans.
Yeah. So the L, right?
Or you could be the bi-trans, then you're claiming all of them, right?
Yeah.
Because you're lesbian and gay.
Yeah, but
bi
this
and
is the
trans.
problem, right? It all just stems from the G anyway,
Gotta
right?
get me them letters.
And
though.
the T doesn't have anything to do with it. Like I said, it's about what you are, not what you're into, right? So the T shouldn't be in there either. And then you mentioned the Q, right? The Q shouldn't be in there either because most guys are pretty fucking weird anyway.
What is?
And then
what
that's
is
going to
the
get us
difference?
cancelled. No, so
What is the difference though between
There's going to
gay
be a
and
few
queer?
bleeps over this one.
right, so
And that's a genuine question because I know they have a point. They're like, no, I'm not gay. I'm just queer. Like,
Is that a
Like-
thing? I don't know.
I don't
is
know.
that cross dressers?
See, look, maybe it is, but it's like I can't wrap my head around it. It's like, well, okay,
Well, I think the Q
is
should be
it
in
like
there.
less gay?
It's
but
for QAnon
gay?
now,
Like,
so-
it's for
Yeah.
QAnon. So yeah, it shouldn't be in there. So yeah,
QAnon.
so just get rid of everything else and just leave the G there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the G community.
What
I
about
represent the G community.
what about just
Fuck yeah.
yeah? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
it's
that's
the
good.
G. It's the G community now. That's all it should have been. It's just the G community. But no, the people who started it were lesbians, and they had to have the fucking spotlight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's Bert's cancel cash.
Sorry, we pissed off all the lesbians. And by we I mean Bert.
Fucking all 0 of you. No, that's what we do. We like to tickle people's brains.
But hey,
with
if
our cocks.
you disagree, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Give us a thumbs down. Any interaction's good interaction.
I just need to go to a university and just have our podcast like playing as I walk past like a gaggle of blue hairs.
And eat some raw meat while you're doing it.
And eat some high meat. What are you doing?
Hey, mate, yeah.
High meat. Fuck yeah.
I tried that on the weekend.
Did you? How'd you
Fuck
go?
off.
It was alright.
Well,
I
you're
got a
not-
bit of a rush.
Well, you're not dead, so you
Yeah.
must have been
The
alright.
liver? What do you eat?
Just I just left some meat in the fridge, like some mince, for a while.
Oh no, you
Didn't
can't do it
cook
with
it.
mince. No, you can't do it with mince.
Why?
Because mince is all the off cut, man.
Oh, that's probably why I didn't get high as fuck.
Yeah, man.
I got like a little
Oh,
bit
I
high
see
off.
now.
like the concentration of bacteria is it's the wrong species, wrong genome.
Ah,
Yeah.
alright. Yeah, I'll grab
Come
a
on,
steak
man.
tonight then.
Come on, you gotta fucking do it properly.
Get a
man.
big porty house.
I'll let you
Yeah.
know next weekend.
Leave it in the laundry for like 3 weeks.
Somewhere
Let your
humid.
cat stand it. And
I'll
shit,
leave it in the kitty litter.
Hey, no, it's
That'll speed the
breadcrumbs.
process, right?
Breadcrumbs, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, more bacteria, bro.
Panko.
Panko cat litter. Fucking. Anyway, getting along with it. So yes, like I mentioned before, it is my topic today, and I've got a fucking curveball for yous. Right, so I had a topic, and then yesterday I found out about something, and I was like, nah,
I'm doing this.
I'm doing this instead. So the one I was going to do today, I'm going to save it for the next time it's my turn. But for now today, and it's like we're getting on some pretty broad topics for a while there. So I think it's time
Jeez.
to get something, isolate something, and just be fucking the specific,
Okay.
very specific.
Niche.
The topic for this week is the 1904 Olympics men's marathon.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, what happened?
1904.
The fact I'm mentioning it has to fucking shout out what the fuck happened.
It
Yeah,
can't be any
something
like
happened.
it can't be like Nazi stuff because it's
No,
too
it's
early.
before that.
It's odd. 1904.
Nothing to do with
Someone
war.
die.
No, it's
How
nothing
long
to
have
do
the
with war.
Olympics been on? By then?
Oh, so the 1904 Olympics was the third Olympics
The third.
since it got revived from like the ancient
from
Greek
Athens.
times. Yeah.
Yeah. True. Okay.
Yeah, so it was the third one.
And now
So it
it's
was
just something
1900 and
to do.
1996.
Now, what drugs were around back then?
1896.
They had coke.
No.
I'm gonna get into a lot of shit, right?
Alright.
On that point, doping wasn't illegal yet.
Of course.
So we'll get on
So
to that.
everyone was just fucked up.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
the reason why, because I came across a Reddit post, right? And it was just a very short form explanation of all the crazy shit that happened. Specifically the marathon, right? Not just the Olympics themselves, the marathon, the men's marathon, which is the marathon because they didn't let women compete back then. But just specifically this marathon was one of the most crazy things that ever happened, right? And it was a culmination of just failure from all sides.
Yeah.
All parties that came to the meetup, they all didn't deliver, right? And what came out of it was just a thing of beauty,
From
right?
the words of the famous Mr. Leahy, it was a shitstorm.
I haven't watched Trailer Park Boys in a long time, mate.
Shouts
I
out
need
to
to give
those
it.
boys.
I need to give it a fucking another go. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, we need to
Leahy.
cross-pollinate our podcasts. Like, we need to cross streams.
Oh yeah, we're relevant enough. That'll happen.
It'll
Yeah,
happen.
It'll happen. All right. So, first of all, to start it off, it was going to be held in Chicago, right?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
You didn't say it right. Chicago.
Ah,
Chicago.
fuck, that was so accurate.
Fucking good job.
God damn, son.
You sure showed me.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Sure told me. It was going to be held in Chicago.
Yes.
Chicago.
Did I do it right? Yeah, thanks, man.
But,
But it was moved to St. Louis, Missouri
Missouri.
at the last minute. Now, the reason why, and I have to talk about the St. Louis or the St. Louis World's Fair. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
And this is
St.
one of
Louis
those
World's Fair.
non-racist places in America during that time, is it?
being
Missouri.
sarcastic.
Yeah. That was one of those sanctuaries, yeah?
Yeah,
One of them racist sanctuaries.
racist sanctuaries. That's it.
So, the St. Louis World's Fair.
Oh
was-
my god, the World's Fair.
Fuck yeah, the World's Fair. Was going to be taking place the same time the Olympics was,
What's
right?
the World's Fair?
So back
Oh.
then,
Okay.
Ed knows a lot about it.
I don't know anything about the World's Fair.
Honestly, neither did I. But I'll give you a rundown in a little bit. But
Bumper cars?
All you need to know. Oh no, there's a bit
Bit
more
of
than
stuff going
bumper
on.
cars, mate.
Yeah.
A bit more bumper cars. Because their event was being held around the same time as the Olympics, right? The company that fucking that ran the thing, what was it? The Louisiana Purchase Exposition. That was the thing that ran the group that ran it, right? They went to the Olympic Council, and they were like, "Hey, so our thing's going to marry up. Basically, if you don't postpone the games, then we're going to set up our own Olympics, and we're just going to outdo yous."
At the World's Fair.
Yeah, so they were basically telling
So you
them
can
to
go
fuck
see
off.
the Olympics, or you can see the Olympics and the World's Fair.
Exactly,
at the same
right?
place. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. So the Olympic Committee caved and were like, "All right, let's make the new nomination St. Louis, Missouri."
I wonder what the turnout would be. Expected turnout to the World's Fair would be.
Well, this is the interesting part, right? Because the countries that attended, there was only like 32 of them. Like only 32 countries attended. No, that's a lot. I think it was like 14 or something.
Right.
Because it's 19.
Some of the World's Fair.
Well, it's no. I'm talking about the Olympics.
Oh,
now.
okay.
But the reason why the World's Fair is important is more to do with that. But there wasn't many countries that came to the event, to the Olympics that
Yeah,
day.
right.
That
I'm
year.
not surprised.
Well, it's 1904,
Yeah.
and then they have to make it to America, and then because it's in fucking St. Louis, Missouri, it's 1,000 miles inland, so they had to take a train 1,000 miles inland, and because they're all fucked up from the trip, they have to like spend 2 weeks there. So it's like,
So they can climatize.
yeah,
Climatize
like
shit.
America had 530 athletes out of like 600 or something.
Right.
Greece was the next most present with like 30 odd athletes.
The
Like,
Greeks rolled
the
on
Greeks
up.
just rolled on in. They're like, "This is our
Yeah.
thing,
They're
all
like,
right?
What the fuck is up?
Yeah, this
Missouri?
is our fucking shit.
This
We gotta
place sucks.
represent.
We're about to blow this shit.
About to fucking destroy us."
Imagine that, just a heap of fucking jacked Greek dudes back in
Yeah.
1904.
Wearing
yeah,
fucking
what the fuck is
Heaps
up?
of chains,
Yeah.
heaps
Yeah.
of aftershave, and all singlets.
Yeah.
They're all like shaving with straight razors as they hop off the train, like without mirrors,
Hey.
just like free shaving.
Hey. So yeah, I thought it was really funny that this St. Louis World's Fair was basically just bullied the Olympics and just been, no, it's being held here now.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, okay, we'll hold it there now. So what the World's Fair, very short explanation of what the World's Fair was about, was it was called the Exposition, right? And it basically brought together all the world's most interesting things into one place, right? So, for an example, the first X-ray machine was showcased
Oh, okay.
there,
Right.
right?
They're like, look at what the rest of the world's doing.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
The
That's kind of
fir-
cool, really.
The first wireless telephone.
Oh, shit.
It
was a briefcase.
Back when telephones, yeah, it was huge. Like back when telephones were still like pretty infant as well. That the first wireless telephone was there. The first fax machine was there. The first series of infant incubators. So what the baby goes into
Right.
after they're born, right? So there was a lot of that shit technology-wise. They also had a lot of other exhibits that revolved around exhibits of foreign and exotic peoples.
Okay. Okay.
I saw a picture. There's like the Filipino exhibit, and they're just like sitting in mud, throwing it at each other.
What?
Like, yeah, like it's proper how you go
So
on
it's like,
racist.
so you don't have to travel to that place. You kind of just go to the World's Fair, and you're like, oh, that's what the Philippines.
That's who they
is.
are.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's who the
cool.
Filipinos are.
So they just like planted some rice
Yeah.
in like a small little field, and there's
Yeah.
like a dude with a big old like samurai
That's
hat
right.
picking rice or
yeah,
some
exactly.
shit.
It's like,
Oh, that's Japan.
we all
Like,
we all knew the Japanese were very feudal people. Like,
Jesus, how fucked. I wish I went to that, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, if I could go back in time,
Yeah.
Go to
Just
a World's Fair.
go to the World's Fair and check it out. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to the St. Louis World's Fair because it is relevant a little bit further on in the story, right? Before I start out with the actual Olympics themselves,
And the marathon.
yeah, in the marathon, what I thought was really cool, there was an American gymnast in 1904. His name was George Iser, and he won 6 medals in his categories, right? He had a wooden left leg. So, no fucking Paralympics back then.
What were his
This
categories?
cunt rocked up with a wooden left leg and won 6 medals in gymnastics.
Right.
Wow.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
impressive
Yeah,
shit.
so, good on George Iser. That's just a cool little tidbit I thought I'd throw in there before we start getting into the fucking
probably-
cooked shit.
Probably
Like,
good at gymnastics because he's jacked at upper body because he's got to compensate for not having
yeah,
a leg.
he's been dragging
You know
himself
that, what's
around.
that
Like,
thing they do where they like hold the bar in the middle and they like flip themselves?
yeah, oh,
Like
that
a
might
horse.
actually hold good.
Yeah.
The
Like,
pommel horse.
yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Mm.
Yeah, he's probably hell good at that, swinging around and shit.
Yeah. Oh man, this monster's hitting good, man.
Yeah, they're fucking good, man.
Fucking Mango Loco
I
monster.
think mine brought me down. I'm not
No.
it's because you got a
not
Red
like
Bull,
it.
mate.
I'm not vibing with
Red Bull
it.
just doesn't do it, mate. Fucking Monster. Monster.
Shout out to
Give us
Monster.
money. Give us money. Monster. Yeah.
Monster Energy.
Mango Loco, mate. Energy juice.
Fun fact:
Knife hut.
Monster sponsors like a bunch of skateboarders and shit,
Yeah.
or like just a bunch of athletes. And obviously, athletes don't want to drink like all their calories in sugars each day, so they make cans that are just full of water, but they look like the original, like the actual things.
Is this an actual thing, or,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
is this like another bad app idea?
No, it's real. So when they
It's
go
real, okay.
when they go to do like promotional shit, and they're drinking Monster, they're just drinking water out of a Monster can, and they crack them and everything.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. Cause like, I don't want
I've
to drink
seen it,
this
man.
cancer.
This guy got a hold of a heap of them
Yeah.
and like cut them open and just like water.
Just water in
Water. Yeah.
Well, why waste money? You know?
How fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
pretty
athletes
funny,
don't
yeah.
want to drink them
Yeah,
because
they
they're
do
just
that with,
fucking
Like
full
they're
of sugar.
fucked. They're like
yeah, they're so bad.
it's like
for
in
you.
The Simpsons. Krusty the Clown's doing an ad for Krusty Burger. He's
And
like,
then he tastes
hey,
it.
they're hell good, and he eats it and he like smiles. And then it ends. He's like, get this fucking shit away from me.
Dude, you've referenced The Simpsons like every fucking episode.
It's because The Simpsons are very referenced.
They're timeless.
They are. They're
like
great.
the
they
World's
are
Fair.
timeless. Yeah.
Timeless like the World's Fair. They
Fucking
are.
love that
Yeah.
segue.
Yeah, good All right, so getting into the race, right?
Okay.
Getting straight into the race. So the race was 40 kilometers long, right?
Oh my god.
It wasn't standardized yet, the distance and everything, right? So it wasn't a standardized length, right? But a lot of marathons were around 30 kilometers, right? So this was like 10 more Ks than average, right? Keep all of this in your head while I
40
go
Ks
along.
is far.
It's pretty long. 32 athletes from 4 nations competed in it, right?
From 4 nations.
From 4 nations, right?
Okay.
Now, 19 of them were American, 10 of them were Greek, 2 of them were from South Africa, and 1 of them was from Cuba,
Okay.
alright?
Fuck yeah.
Now, a lot of the time, when it's usually near the end of the topic, like we'll all just like start listing off some cool shit, some relevant people, right? I wanna list the heroes of the story from the get go, right?
Alright.
So we have Fred Laws, right? Keep all these people in your head. Fred Laws, Thomas Hicks, William Garcia, Anderin Carvalho, Len Tao, and Jan Masciani. Or yeah. That guy's from South Africa. He's not Italian. I don't.
Okay.
I was like Masciani.
Yeah.
No, he's a South African, right? So those are the heroes of the story, right? Now, I mentioned there was 2 South Africans and 1 Cuban, right? So was it Len Tao? Yeah, Len Tao and where are you, motherfucker? Yeah, Jan Masciani were the South African entrants, right? They were there because again, it's a fucking long trip, right? They were there for the World's Fair because they happened to be 2 very black gentlemen.
Oh.
So they were part of an exhibit, right?
Oh my god.
They entered the race on a whim.
Because they were like, fuck it, we're here.
Fuck
Let's
it.
compete in the Olympics for
Yeah.
our country. Why
Yeah,
not?
and it's
Let's
like-
run away from our job.
Yeah, yeah,
That's wild, dude.
yeah. Right. So
To think that you could just like drop in on the
Yeah.
Olympics and be like, we'll represent
yeah,
our country.
I
They're
guess
like,
we'll,
yeah,
guess we'll do it. Yeah.
we've only got 3 countries, so fuck it, why
Do
not?
some stretches.
These two guys were the first black Africans to compete at the Olympics ever.
Yeah, right.
So they set a thing there, right? So good on them.
You saying, I feel like hopefully he's from the same place. But yeah, he'd be proud of them, right?
Yeah, Jamaica's from Africa. Yeah.
Goddamn.
The other guy, the Cuban, his name was Anderin Carvajal, right? I'll get into his fucking story a bit later, but that's a man we got to keep our eye on, right? Now, going back into the structure of the race, they had to do 5 loops of the stadium, 5 laps of the stadium track, and then they got sent out on the route, the marathon route, right?
Oh my god. That's the warm up.
Yeah. The race started at 3 p.m. 3 in the afternoon. It was 32 degrees Celsius,
Oh yeah.
right? Now, hey, we can handle a bit of heat because we're from a very hot place where it's
Yeah.
like routinely 40 degrees for 6 months of the year, right? So like 40 degrees Celsius, right? So we're all right with that. 32 doesn't seem that bad, but 32 is pretty bad when you're used to like not 32.
Yeah, and when you're doing
There's a
40Ks at 3 in the arvo,
So most marathons, they start at about 9 in the morning.
it's a pretty good time.
It's a pretty good time to start a marathon, right? But they decided to, we'll just edge it out into the afternoon, you know?
Yeah, we've got all these other exhibits you guys need
yeah.
to look at first.
The route that the race was set on, was absolute dog shit. It was literally just dusty country roads with uneven surfaces, like rocks sticking out and shit. So
That's to be expected.
So it made for a pretty but like it was super dusty. Like we're talking about Missouri, right?
They probably didn't have like road grading machines.
Yeah.
Like, well,
And there were cars back then.
but they weren't very good.
They weren't very good.
Yeah.
So there's leaded petrol being used. Fucking
Yeah.
shit in the air. There's horse shit everywhere and horses like
Yeah.
everywhere, right? And that was the thing, right? It wasn't just a simple track. It was a track that went like across railway lines. So they had to dodge trains to go past. And if there was a train that went through, they had to fucking wait.
Just standing there jogging.
Stand there waiting for the fucking train to go past.
They've just spent like 40 minutes trying to get ahead of
Yeah.
someone else, and they're only
Yeah.
like 8 meters ahead. And then the train stops them anyway.
Standing there at the train tracks jogging, like trying to keep warm. You know, you see those guys.
Fucking hurry up.
Yeah, you see cunts do that in the city, like waiting for lights and shit.
Yeah, and they went like across roads, like where cars were going, where horse and carriages were going,
Stepping in horse
just
shit.
like where pedestrians were, like just making their way through. Right, it wasn't a very well planned out route at all, and there wasn't any sectioning off, so people were just walking in or near the track. Right, they didn't even care about the Olympics. They were just like,
They were like those 19 Americans are chasing 2 South Africans. That's what they were thinking. What did they do?
they fucking joined in.
Yeah.
Like,
Get him!
Get him.
That was a bad joke hidden there. Yeah, so, and it ended up back in the stadium. So you do 5 loops, go out, do your thing, come back to the stadium, race ends, right? Now, there's a bloke named James E. Sullivan. He was the chief organizer of the marathon, right? Now, for whatever fucking reason, this guy he thought this would be the perfect opportunity to test a theory that he had, right? Keep in mind, this man is not a doctor or a scientist,
Let's
alright?
experiment while we're at it.
Yeah, so he wanted to research a concept called purposeful dehydration.
Oh my god.
And to do this, he only allowed 2 water stations along the entire route.
What?
One at 6 miles. This is a 40 kilometer route. What's 6 and 12 miles? I'm gonna guess they're like thirds of it, right? Yeah, so let's say like 1/3 of the way and then 2/3 of the way of the race, right?
6 and 12.
6 and
out of
12
40.
miles.
It's
But-
not like.
But
yeah, it'd be like
whatever
the
miles
first-
are 6 miles in kilometers is, you know. So
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah.
anyway, there was only 2 of them, right? And this purposeful dehydration he was trying to experiment about was literally a theory about how the body could perform more athletically when dehydrated, because it was like releasing a lot of stress hormone because you're dehydrated and
Jesus.
you know, shit like that. So he thought this would be a perfect time to test this, right? It's only set up 2
Yeah,
water stations.
Good control environment too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, whereas in today's day
Good
and age,
science.
like, they just have to put out their hand and they get water.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Basically.
Which
right?
is probably how it should be.
Yeah. So this fact right here kind of sets the tone for how
Scuff the
how
whole thing is.
messy this marathon is going to be, right? Now, only 14 of the 32 entrants finished the race.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It is the worst ratio from starting contestants to finish people who finish in history, by far, right? And it has the slowest winning time. Like the person who won the race has the slowest winning time in history. In fact, the second slowest is 30 minutes faster than it, right? So this is how bad this marathon
Jesus.
was, right? Yeah, so his winning time was 3 hours, 28 minutes, and 45 seconds.
A lot quicker than I thought, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
still fucking
Yeah.
pretty good. So who won?
Which wog
I'll get
won?
into that. I'll get into that. So the reason why that's basically because the rest of the story gets told
And what,
through.
they finished at like 7 p.m.
I'm not
Yes.
actually
winner.
sure. Yeah,
Well,
so
they
what?
started at, like,
started
3.
at 3, so it would have been about like 7, I guess.
It's
Half
like
6, 7.
Nearly
Yeah.
night time. They haven't had any water for
Yeah.
fucking 20 Ks.
Yeah, fucked, right? Like, all right. So this is what I was saying. The rest of the story about this marathon gets told through the actual contestants, right?
Okay, cool.
So those people I mentioned before, those unsung heroes, right? We're gonna start off with them because
Massiani.
so we're gonna start off with Fred Laws.
Right.
All right. So Fred Laws, he started really strong. He actually was leading for most of the race, right? And he stopped running at 14.5 kilometers in because he was exhausted, right? Now you're on a dusty road, right? It's hot, right? You're not getting much water. A lot of people are dropping out because of the exhaustion factor, right? He's decided to drop out because his lungs are coated with dust and he's dehydrated like fuck and he doesn't want to die.
So he can't breathe.
Can't
It's like,
fucking breathe.
Well, I can't breathe, so
So-
I probably shouldn't keep running.
So he quits the race, right?
Aw.
And
damn
his coach comes and picks him up in their car, right? He's like, "We'll go back to the
In
stadium."
the automobile.
Yeah, in the automobile, yes. Now, his manager gave him a lift back to the stadium, but about 5 kilometers away, the car broke down. Right? So the guy's like, fuck it, I might as well just continue on foot. So he's like walking back to the stadium, right? This is legit, by the way. He's walking back to the stadium, and as he's coming back in, he's just walking in. And then all of a sudden the crowd starts to kind of get a bit going, like, oh, there's someone here.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
And then he's like looking around, and then he's like, oh, fuck it. He just starts jogging.
Oh, fuck off.
He starts running again. He's like, yeah, you going? Yeah.
But he's running back the way he came.
No,
right?
so the race ends at the stadium.
At the start where they left
Yeah,
the loop.
that's right,
So
yeah.
they think he's won the race.
Yeah, they think he's on the race. So he's come back in. Everyone's going nuts, right?
Yeah.
The fucking, the
Because they don't
daughter,
have stations all the way.
the fucking daughter of Theodore Roosevelt was like putting the gold medal around his neck and giving him the laurels and shit. And no shit, because this is 1904, a bunch of fucking spectators arced up and they start coming out. I was like, nah, we saw him get dropped off by a car. And he's like, as soon as this happened, apparently he was just like, alright, no, it was just a joke. It was just a joke.
I was just
alright?
kidding,
Just
boys.
I was just kidding.
Yeah.
But the fact that he didn't mean to do it, like is legit.
Yeah.
And he just like went along with it. So maybe it was a joke, or maybe he was just like, "Fuck it, I'll take it."
He's
yeah,
like, "Hey, I nearly died. Fuck it, I want to like maybe I could get that medal and get the fuck out of here real quick."
yeah,
Or not
I know.
even real quick. They've still got fucking ages to go. Like, what, he dropped out at 14 and he did 5 back, so they still got half a race
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah,
He's
exactly,
already
right?
getting a medal.
So
Everyone's been sitting there for like 2 hours at this point as
it's
well.
like, yeah.
So they were just happy to wrap it up.
Yeah, basically, right? Like they're just, fuck it. Someone finally made it back.
Imagine that for an event though. They do like a few laps in front of you, then they fuck off.
You're just chilling there.
And then
You
you
don't
just
even have a
wait.
smartphone. You're
You,
like,
you
just
can't
like,
view
oh.
it on like a remote screen. There's no probably no
Yeah.
commentators, and if they are, they can't see shit either.
It's like one dude in a top hat just trying to scream as loud as
Yeah.
he can about who's winning.
They're all spruiking it back.
Spruiking
Like,
And Fred Laws coming into the front, the dust jog American legend,
That was
and
damn
Thomas.
good.
Yeah, I do it all right,
Yeah,
Spruiker,
okay.
don't I? Yeah. I learnt my spruiking skills from the Chasers.
oh yeah, true.
Chasers War and everything. Any international listeners, if you're looking for anything like Australian, like
good.
that defines kind of like Australian comedy and culture, the Chasers War and everything is a good place to start. That's a good recommendation. Shame they don't, they're not continuing anymore.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they kind of rang that one out as much.
Yeah,
as it
like it's a good thing because they kind of overplayed
Yep.
themselves at one point. Anyway, so yeah, that was Fred Laws.
amazing, dude.
That's Fred Laws, right? So they disqualified him, all right?
Oh,
Well, he's like,
Under
yeah,
what grounds?
He disqualified himself when he decided
That's
to
right.
stop
To
racing.
stop racing,
He's like,
right?
Fuck it.
Now, Thomas Hicks, right? This is the next hero of the story. So at the start of the race, he was trailing Fred Laws. He was coming second, right? And he was doing pretty well. He was 10 miles away from the finish line when he heard that Fred Laws had won the race, quote unquote, right? So he wanted to stop because he was eating shit as well. Everyone was eating shit.
Yeah, man.
Everyone was eating shit on this marathon, right? And he told his 2 managers, hey, look, I want to stop, right? And they were like, nah, keep going, you can be second. And then they got news, again, that he was disqualified. So like, no, you got to keep going, right?
Right.
So here's the thing, right? So remember how I mentioned the water situation, right? Now, that doesn't even come to factor here because these 2 motherfuckers didn't give him any water.
Oh.
His 2 managers gave him no water. Do you know what they gave him instead?
Coke.
De Beers. Benzos.
Benzos.
Yeah.
Just pulled out a few orange ones. Just, flick him his way. No, so they
Where
gave
was,
him...
Where was this guy from?
So this is American.
American. Okay.
These first 2 dudes are Americans.
What did they
right?
give him?
They gave him rum,
Yes.
raw eggs,
Oh my god. Dude.
And-
that's a good combo.
raw eggs, and strychnine. Yeah, strychnine.
What's that?
Rat poison.
Why?
Because in very small amounts, apparently, it's...
Initiates your
It-
fight and flight response?
Yeah, so it's a performance enhancement drug in very small doses apparently. So the idea is that it would make your muscles spasm slightly, and that would like help you do things.
So he's
So-
dehydrated and then he's drinking rum, so he's even more dehydrated.
Yeah.
When they say raw eggs, was it just like a whiskey sour?
No, they fucking crack an egg and make him eat the raw egg.
Protein.
Yeah, like just like here's some protein. It's like, this isn't what I need right now.
I don't want- Imagine trying to choke that shit down on a dry throat while you're half pissed as well and exhausted.
Yes, so they fed him rum, raw eggs, and rat poison. Right?
damn.
Now, he kept going. Because they weren't going to let him finish,
I
right?
am a
He was-
real American.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Like I said, it was about 10 kilometers from the finish when all of this was happening, right? Apparently, he started experiencing severe hallucinations.
He's just running. He's like,
No, he's not running at this point. He's like stumbling.
Crawling.
He's like people are looking at him. He's like he can barely walk. Right? He's like stumbling along.
Dude,
right?
I like severe hallucinations
Yeah,
as well.
dude.
Like
Dude,
any hallucinations are pretty severe.
yeah, he's
like,
not seeing like a mirage. He's
Yeah.
like tripping balls.
Yeah.
Like he's proper tripping hard cunt balls. Like
He's
in
on
the,
rat poison.
He's in the desert, like seeing a fucking oasis in the distance, mirage.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So this guy is on some good shit right now. Some good rat poison, right? And he's trotting along, man. He's doing work. He's getting there. He got to the stadium, and then he collapsed when he got into the stadium, and his two managers picked him up,
Dragged him.
and dragged him over the fucking finish line, and that counted back then, right?
Yeah, they're like, he did better than anyone
Yeah.
else, so it's kind of...
Well, you're not wrong because he won that race.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Sounds
He
like
won
we need to
that
get
race.
rat
Such a-
poison back in the Olympics.
Did he live?
He retired. He retired immediately after, and I said, "I'm done with this bullshit.
I'm never
I am
exercising.
never running past like 3 km an hour
Yeah.
ever again."
Oh my god, dude.
He
When did he complete? Do you know?
sorry,
Do you know how long it took him to complete?
yeah, he got the winning time, so it was like 3 hours 48
Oh,
minutes.
true,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, yeah.
because the other guy got disqualified, right? But yeah, he won the gold medal. Right,
Yes.
like the last 10 kilometers, stumbling, hallucinating severely.
Dehydrated.
He's just fucked. He's so fucked. Like he wants to throw up because of the raw eggs. Can't get processed by his intestine because
Yeah,
there's
they
no
just
water
Swishing around
in
with
his
rum as
system.
well.
He's just
Yeah,
on the podium, face down,
His-
throwing up and shitting at the
his
same
his
time. They
esophagus
just
is
drop
like
the gold on
burning
him.
and shit. Like, so they got like 5 doctors onto him. And that was the only reason he lived, because they reckon if he had had another dose of the rat poison, he would have died.
Yeah.
And and they reckon if he even had to go to a hospital, he probably would have died.
Right.
Because the fact that they had doctors on the scene, that's the only reason he lived.
That would have caused irreparable damage to his liver.
Oh yeah,
as
he
well.
didn't live very long. I
Like,
can't remember when he
severe
died, but it wasn't very
dehydration
long.
fucking destroys your liver.
Yeah, like he got fucked, man, like so hard. During the race, he lost 8 pounds.
Wow.
Jesus.
During the race, that's about 4 kilograms. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about I'm interested.
And this is a
about-
marathon runner. They're thin as sticks as well. Like
I'm interested about their shoes as well. Did they go barefoot or were they like?
no. So they had running shoes.
They did have running
They
shoes.
all had, like,
Okay.
Mo-
Most
running
most
shoes?
of them had running shoes.
Yeah. Okay.
Except for the
Right.
dudes that entered late.
Yeah,
That walked over
Yeah.
from the World's Fair.
yeah.
yeah, dude. So that's Thomas Hicks, right? So
Yeah, man.
he won the race despite everything that happened, right?
Hicksy.
William Garcia. This is another American, right? Not much. It's very simple what happened to him. Someone found him lying in a ditch. Just that's along the track.
Fuck.
How insane is this race, man? What the fuck?
I love how it's like, when you think about the coverage that it has now, and
Yeah.
like, but there's like, oh no, we found him lying in a ditch. Like someone had to walk the trail. Like, what the fuck? We lost a runner, and he's just face down, fucking in the dirt. Like, oh, found him.
So he was coughing up blood hard, right? And he was passed out, right? When they got a hold of him, he was suffering dust inhalation, severe dust inhalation.
Jesus, man.
When they got a hold of him, his entire stomach lining had been fucking taken off. So he'd vomited all his stomach lining out,
Oh.
done irreversible damage to his intestines, and his esophagus and lungs were coated in dust. And he had like burns because of that shit. Like he got fucked
Jesus.
by that. He also retired immediately after the race. There's like 4 or 5 near-death like things from this race alone, man. Absolutely insane. Now, getting on to... Those were pretty interesting parts of the story. Now we're getting on to the real fucking interesting shit, right? So, I'll mention Jan Masciani, right? Because he wasn't a very big player in the thing, right? So, he was one of the 2 Africans that was in the race. And obviously, him and his mate were part of the St. Louis World's Fair exhibit on what black people are like from Africa. It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
But it was 1904, right? So he came 12th place out of the 14 people that finished, right?
But he placed.
But he placed, right? He placed.
Old mate who coughed up blood got disqualified, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, he nearly died. So, yeah. Yeah. So, nothing much, really too much exciting about that guy. It's his mate that was pretty interesting. So, he, both of these guys, Jan wore, like, shoes he stole out of a fucking bin or something. Lantau, because they couldn't pronounce his actual name. His actual name is Tanyane or whatever.
They couldn't pronounce it.
But because they're very white,
it.
they were like Lantau.
Yeah, that's very inclusive.
I know, right?
For a world event.
It's a very Australian inclusive thing to do. It's
Yeah.
like, nah, your name's too long, cunt. Fucking, your name's Robbo now.
Yeah. Yeah,
His full name's like Robert Adishu, and it was like...
Yeah, exactly. Robert Adishu. Yeah, we'll just call you Robbo.
Robbo, yeah, that'll do, mate. Yeah, fuck yeah. So, well, his mate stole a couple shoes. Lantau ran barefoot.
Yeah,
right.
You know he did.
You know he did. He came 9th.
Fuck.
But it was reported that spectators are really, really disappointed, right? That because they thought he could have placed way, way high and even won the thing.
If he had shoes on.
No, if he didn't get chased a mile off course by a pack of wild dogs.
Oh.
No way! With no shoes on as well. That's so good.
Fucking dog.
He's just going along, man. A pack of wild dogs, just legit wild dogs, just chase him
Oh my god.
a mile off course.
What a shit show, dude.
I just thought it was so funny. It's just...
And
of
he
all-
lost them?
Yeah.
He lost the wild
Yeah, he
dogs
came
somehow?
back. He came
This
back and
cunt
kept
can
racing.
run like a motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. That's why people were saying...
And he
like,
didn't even go for the Olympics.
he could have fucking won, man. He could have fucking won.
He went to sit in a hut and show white people what. He just outrun a pack of wild dogs.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck,
Fuck,
right?
man.
And you know what? Like wild dogs, when they're chasing something, they feed off each other as well. So they go for a while, man. Like,
God, someone has to make a movie about this shit.
oh, so that was the thing I was going to say. Is the Reddit post that
Yeah.
I found this at the bottom? It says, "Seriously, someone should make a movie about this."
Yes, dude.
Because yes, someone should make a movie about
That's
this shit.
amazing.
All right, so I don't know if you've been looking at my paper, but each person's had like a good paragraph or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Anderin Carvajal takes up half the page.
Oh shit, here we go.
Yes.
This is the Cuban, right?
The
Cubano.
Cuban.
The Cubano.
So he
no.
was a mailman from Cuba, right? And
They didn't have postie bikes back then.
No.
no, he just ran everywhere, you know?
With your postie
1904 Cuba, what do you expect, right?
I wonder if milkmen and posties back then had beef.
Oh, yeah, because like, they'd be kind of like
Different-
plumbers and electricians.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like,
Fuck
oh,
those
fuck you. You know,
fucking milkmen.
They're like trying to fuck the same housewives and shit.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Yeah.
It's like, it's like actual drama, like Desperate Housewives drama. Between posties and fucking milkmen. The milkmen got eradicated out of like necessity. The
Yeah.
mailmen just reign supreme, and they have no alter ego or like challenge anymore. That's why like the mailman profession's dying on the arse. There's no passion.
There's no passion
There's no
because
passion
they
left,
can't
yeah.
fight the milkmen.
It's like fucking no. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Yeah.
Not because it's offensive, because it's just a really shit joke. Naruto. There you go. So he old Andarin and Andarin, or whatever you say, how we call it. He hits up the Cuban government, right? And he's like, "Hey, the Olympics in America this year, 1904. Do you want to sponsor me to go run in the marathon there?" And they're like, "No." So he was like, "Well, fuck. I still want to go." So he started running all the way around Cuba, just running everywhere in Cuba, just trying to fundraise, get money so he could get over there, right?
Right. That's pretty cool.
He managed
Dude's
to
driven, dude.
Yeah, dude, he managed to get some money going, right? And he ended up funding his own boat trip over to New Orleans,
Damn, son.
right? So
That
he's
would have
got
been a few shekels.
so he's got all this money together, right? He's made his way to New Orleans.
Smuggled himself over in a cargo ship.
Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah.
know, he immediately proceeds to lose every single dollar he's got to a game of dice.
We've been there.
2 up.
As soon as he fucking lands in New Orleans, he loses all of his money he's
He
raised.
just gets grifted on the street.
Not to be deterred, he hitchhikes the fucking 800 Ks to St. Louis from New Orleans.
Running all the way.
No, yeah, hitchhikes, runs, walks, whatever,
Yeah.
right? Barely makes it in time for the race.
Like the day of.
Yeah, the day of, he makes it there. So he rocks up, everyone's getting raised. He's
He's
like,
fucking exhausted.
yeah, I'm Cuba. I'm Cuba.
Cuba.
Lucky it was at 3 in the Arvo.
Yeah.
Point, actually. Might have been his, like, saving grace, right? So, yeah, he hitchhiked all the way to St. Louis and made it in time. Now, he rocked up, assuming that these are the only clothes that he had, but he rocked up in, like, the attire of someone on the street. Like walking in the street. So, like...
Streetwear.
So, yeah, streetwear. So, like, he had long pants with, like, not dress shoes, but, you know, shoes.
Yeah.
That are not for running. And, like, a fucking, like, coat and shit. And he was wearing a beret.
Right, okay.
Right? So he's just rocked up looking like a peasant. Like, not like short
true.
shorts or anything, right? There was this, I think it was like a discus thrower or something. He goes over to him and, like, they were talking, whatever, and so he goes and gets a pair of scissors for him. And he cuts his pants shorter.
Cut-offs.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, cuts his pants shorter, right? Just so, like, he has, you know, he's not as hot because it's pretty hot there, right?
Because it's 32 fucking
32 degrees, yeah.
Celsius.
So he cut his pants shorter and, you know, and everything, right? So the race starts, right? And old Andrew is not doing, he's not doing bad, actually. He hovers around 3rd, 4th, 5th place, like, for most of it. But here's the thing, every now and then he would get, like, almost in the lead, right? And then he'd stop to just start having a chat with, like, a random spectator. Or just like a random... Because he's just
kind of on holidays.
Yeah,
Having a
like
fat
he just
time.
wants to talk to people,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
So he's, like, going around,
never
like,
been
talking to
there
people.
before,
Yeah, and he's
So
just
he
like...
gets ahead and then he stops for a while.
Yeah, and he's like, he spends like 5 minutes or so chatting to, like, people and shit. Some notable interactions he had, right? So he would joke around with them, all that sort of good shit, and he approached a family that were in a car, and this family were
Give me your fucking money. Just straight through the window.
yeah.
Oh, better catch up.
It's a racial profiling.
Nah,
I thought I
just
was going to be
kidding.
the one getting fucked today. No, he goes up to this family who are eating peaches, and he asks them, "Oh, can I have a couple of peaches?" They're like, no. So he steals the peaches anyway.
Yes.
Dude,
Yes.
Fucking
nailed it.
Just legs it, right? Just legs it.
It's like, catch me if you can.
Yeah.
Cargo's the same speed as him.
And he's like, and he's just doing mad shit the entire time, right? He's losing heaps of time because of this, but he's still staying in, like, 4th and 3rd place, right? So he's doing fucking pretty good. And, by the way, this is where I have to mention, like, he seems like he's having a good time, right? Like, he seems like he's having a decent time.
Yeah.
Everyone else is
Struggling.
in the most miserable pain that they will ever have in their entire lives.
Is that because he keeps scabbing water off people?
Yeah, like, I think he was just looking after himself.
Yeah,
Just having
yeah.
a fat time. Like,
Yeah.
he was having a fat time. He was loving it, man. He said after this, it was, like, the best thing, most fun thing he ever did.
Of course he did.
Yeah, so, like...
This guy is tapped.
yeah.
Just to, like, run around Cuba all the time and try and raise money and then jump on a boat and go to America, even though the government's like, no, we don't care.
Lose
He's like,
all
I'll
that...
represent us anyway.
Lose all that money immediately.
Gambling. Shucks.
Fuck it. Let's keep going.
Guess I'll hitchhike.
Let's keep going.
Bad motherfucker.
I haven't had a peach in a while.
Yeah. Hey, can I get one of them peaches?
Yoink. He just took it, man. Apparently he was laughing, like, as he was running away. He's like, ah.
Of course he
like,
was.
like a little Cuban laugh, like, ah.
What a fucking lunatic.
He was running along the track, right? And he saw an apple orchard, like
There you go.
a little bit further away from the track, right? So he went into the apple orchard.
Started stealing apples.
Yeah, so he took a couple of apples. He's like, fuck it, I want some apples, right?
Yeah.
Starts eating them, continues along his way. Starts feeling some stomach cramps.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh, what's going on here? Next minute, he's fucking chundering. He's throwing
no.
up he's emptying his guts. He's in a bad shape. Turns out the apples he was eating were rotten. Right?
Oh, dude.
Thing is though, what he did, right? He fucking yacked. He's like, oh man, I do not feel good. He took a nap.
Yes.
For 20 minutes. For roughly 20 minutes, he just took a nap on the side of the track. Woke up, was like, oh, I feel sick. I feel good now.
yeah.
I feel great now. Got up, continued.
That's amazing.
What was this guy? Can I have his name? I want to see a picture of him.
ANDARIN.
Yeah.
CAR.
Cuban
yeah.
mailman is the first thing that comes
one.
up.
That's the one, yeah, that's him. Look at him.
Andrew
Oh,
Carvajal.
dude, he's
Look
got
at
a
him,
dirty
dude.
moustache.
Yeah, dirty mustache.
That's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, so go back up top, Lewis. See, that's what he rocked up in, and you can see his pants have been cut
Yeah.
because those are long pants. He's got like a belt on and shit as well. Look at him, man. See, they're running across train tracks.
Yeah, railways, yeah.
What? He's got his own merch.
So the dude's obviously really, skinny, but he looks quite fit. He's got a bad mustache, dude. It
Yeah,
looks so
dude, that's
good.
a hectic mustache.
man.
Those are the two African fellas. You can see there.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
This is so
Who's that
interesting.
for? Anyway, so yeah, he continued along with his way, right? After throwing up and taking a nap for 20 minutes
That's
in
amazing.
the middle of a marathon, right?
He'd probably be the only one in history to take a nap during a marathon
Yeah.
at the Olympics.
Yes, yeah. He came fourth.
Wow.
Yes.
He
That's
came
my boy
fourth
right
in the
there.
race, and people were saying the only reason why he didn't win was because he was just talking to people and stealing
He
peaches
just
and
kept
shit.
Stopping and
Yeah, he
talking
kept
to
stopping.
people.
20-minute power nap. Sadly, though, he was born in, fucking abject poverty, and he lived the rest of his life in, abject poverty.
Rough.
So-
Did he go back to Cuba?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
And he lived out his life, basically,
Running around.
just being extremely poor. But
Oh, man.
but what a fucking mad cunt.
Yeah, still lives on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's about it. That's the
incredible.
marathon of 1904 Olympics.
Cannot believe he had a fucking nap.
I know, right?
He's like, hey, I'm gonna get me some peaches, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting some peaches, bro. I'm gonna end it on this. And trust me, this is relevant. All right. So, do you know who invented the calendar?
No.
You know,
Gregor-
it was you're right. It was Gregorian.
Something.
Someone Gregorian, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the guy who invented the idea was Julius Caesar.
Oh, true. No, yeah, fuck,
Yeah.
of course.
So old Julius has invented the calendar, right? At some point in time, the Gregorian calendar has superseded the Julian calendar, right? And the Gregorian calendar is 14 days ahead of the Julian calendar. And it was because the Julian calendar had a flaw in it, which
Slowly slipped out.
yeah, there was time leaking
Yeah.
out of it. So to fix that, they changed to the Gregorian calendar, right? And most nations in the world followed suit after, But there's some places in the world that didn't switch over till pretty recently, right? One of these places is Russia, who didn't transfer their calendar to the Gregorian calendar until 1917.
Right.
They rocked up to the 1904 Olympics 14 days late.
Yes.
That's so funny.
And that's it.
They rocked up. Oh,
they
my
rocked
God.
up, yeah. So, yeah, that's it.
Oh, dude, all these fucking fit as fuck Russian dudes rock up. They're all jacked. They've got the whole support of the motherland behind them, and there's just nothing to do. They're just in New Orleans. There's not even any fucking like world show or whatever it was to look
They can
at.
throw some dice against a wall.
Yeah.
Like, they're good at that. They can squat intimidatingly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're an intimidating squat. It's like a World of Warcraft move. Intimidating.
That was
What?
such a fucking good topic.
I saw it yesterday. I was like, I have to talk about this.
That's
There's no way
next
I'm not.
level. That is the
How
best
fucking
shit.
wicked. That's so weird. I was like, this has to be a movie.
Make like
Someone
Andrew
needs to
and-
make a movie out of it. Yeah.
Make like Andrew and get yourself your peaches, mate.
Get yourself
Yeah.
your
Get your
fucking
own peaches, you know.
Get your own peaches.
Yeah.
Get your mouth in a peach.
Grab them by the
Mm.
peach.
That is the most inspiring shit.
Easy up, Tron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh. Yep, so that is the
Thank you. That was
1904
fucking good.
Olympics
Damn, son.
males marathon.
I'm gonna have to come in hard next time. Top that. That was fucking.
Well,
good.
like I said, like it was pretty good because I was wanting something specific
Yeah.
to like really hone in on
That's so
for a
good,
topic this week. So that presented itself. I'm like, I got to do it. So
man. Fuck yeah.
hopefully it was entertaining.
Fuck yeah.
I was giggling like a fucking kid when I was reading about this shit last night.
Oh, the
It
dude who
was
got
so
chased
funny.
by a fucking pack of dogs.
Yeah, dude, and he came 9th anyway.
That's fucking awesome.
All right.
What took you so long? Oh, just the fucking pack of dogs.
Pack of wild dogs that
Didn't you
chased
run
past
them?
them. Well, he got chased a mile off course. So that means he had to run a mile back as
Oh
well.
my god, dude.
So he had to run 42 mile.
He probably got lost, like sort of lost as well. So like,
Yeah.
and he had no shoes on, right?
Yeah, he had no shoes on.
Oh man, just imagine like the footprints like slowly getting bloodier and bloodier like on the way back.
I just like, it's just funny to me
That's
that
wild,
the only reason these guys were there was because they were in an exhibit where they had to throw spears and shit.
Yeah.
And like as part of an insanely racial, like of the times kind of exhibition.
Yeah.
And then they just fucking enter the Olympics. Just this on a whim. I can imagine the conversation they had between each other. They're like, oh yeah, they have this thing called the Olympics here. There's a thing where you can run hellfire. And like, we're good at running hellfire because they were tribesmen.
yeah,
They were like proper
true.
tribesmen. They fought in the South Africa Boer War. So they actually fought in a war.
Fuck.
So these guys could run. I'm getting ahead of myself. They were runners
Yeah.
in the war. So they were the message deliverers, right?
True.
So they were good at this, is what I'm saying. Right? And it's just funny that
Yeah.
that's how it worked out.
That's so
Like,
good.
And the guy, what was his name? Lantau. Everyone was rooting for him
Yeah.
because he was a beast. Like he was like, even back then.
Yeah, I think
Right.
we saw a photo of him just before
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Like,
Even back then,
yeah.
when it's a very racist, like fucking time,
everyone's like, damn, that
they were
guy
like,
can
"Fuck,
run."
oi, go, dude!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!"
Dude.
The
Oh,
hell
yeah.
sad he got chased off by a pack of wild dogs. All right, yeah, that's the topic for this week. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, and then we're gonna be back with some fucking news. Sexy news. In developing news, I shat myself.
And this one,
I'm pretty sure I didn't, but I've gone to the shitter on the break and I've come back and I can smell shit every 30 seconds.
Yep.
And you two are pretty oblivious, which either means you've sabotaged me in some way that involves feces, or I'm
You've
just,
sabotaged yourself.
or it's just because I was really fucking drunk last night and I'm getting like hectic, like beer shits.
Maybe.
So
maybe.
professional lemons, so, podcast for the family.
Maybe you wiped and then rubbed your nose.
The
Get
inside of your
myself a
nose.
Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh no, we said the H word.
Hitler.
It's alright, we've already been kicked off Apple.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Fuck Apple.
That's right. We were going to hate on Apple for a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Let's do that after the news because I can end this show on hating Apple a bit.
Yeah, so heads
That
up
piece
for
of
anyone
shit.
listening, we're going to hate on Apple later if you want to stick
Yeah,
around for that.
if that offends your Steve Jobs worshipping shrine heart, then I don't know. Donate some iPhones to some starving orphans or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
They can eat
To
lithium,
some
right?
homeless hipsters.
Yeah, homeless hipsters. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cue the music.
Mm-hmm.
And we're
Cool.
back. We're back. Oh wait, no.
News.
The music would have played. The music would have played when we took the break.
Oh, okay.
You numpty.
Oh, true.
This is just filibustering.
Well, I hope you enjoy. Everyone enjoyed that 3 seconds of dead air. Yeah. You want to go first?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go.
So this one's straight out of NZ.
Yeah,
One of our
NZ
favourite
Bass.
countries. Winning greyhound tested positive for meth.
Oh,
A greyhound trainer has been
Doping
disqualified for 4 months and fined $3,500 after methamphetamine was found in one of her dogs.
What was the giveaway? It was doing handstand push-ups.
Pretty much.
shadow boxing.
Zipping Sarah, it was called.
Yes.
Finished first, winning a stake over $4,000.
More like pipping
Uh,
Sarah.
However, the stake was not paid after post-race urine samples revealed methamphetamine and amphetamine in his system.
Jesus Christ.
What a winner.
She
It's
just
good enough
have,
for bed cousins. It's
she
good
just
enough
have
for her
like some
dogs.
spare left over and just like fuck it. I need like more money. Like go win a race.
I think it was something to do with... So, yeah, they were all disqualified. The case has been prompted by SAFE, which is like our version of PETA,
Yeah.
except they're not completely fucked.
They're what PETA would be if they had no celebrity influence and were actually decent people. And they're open about the fact they euthanize animals when they can't get homes for them.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we had to do,
Like, we have to euthanize them if you don't adopt this cat.
Yeah. I think they, in the article, basically, they blamed it on the dude who sold the dogs.
Who the trainer did.
The trainer, yeah.
So, like,
because they bought the dog quite recently off of the trainer.
bought this dog 3 months ago. The meth that the owner gave it's still in the system. Yeah, but doesn't meth go out your system? Like
When
2
I
days?
went to go get
Yeah,
my...
you-
different for dogs?
I don't know, maybe it lingers.
Maybe they
for
hold
dogs.
on to that shit, hey? They're
Yeah.
like, it's like, oh, fuck, I don't
But
want to
isn't
start
it,
looking
like-
through garbage fucking bins and shit.
Isn't that just the best way to win a dog
Wait,
race?
but urine...
Juice it with fucking amphetamine?
Drugs and urine, like especially meth, only last like a week. like,
Yeah.
max.
Yeah, but what about dogs?
I'd assume it's the same, like...
I'd assume it would be faster.
It's just because it's the way, like, the chemical stays in the, like, urine.
Mm.
So if they do, like, a hair test, you can test for, like, up to 6 months or something.
Shit, yeah.
So, but, like... Yeah.
Like a part you can like get tested a year from the last time you smoked
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a hair test.
Oh, I think it's like... Oh, hair,
It's,
yeah.
but it's so expensive. That's why they
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah. Anyway.
When are we getting on the swabbies, brass? Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, was that?
I mean, that's pretty much it. I just thought it was
That's pretty funny.
fucking-
Like, I mean, there's a lot of different
I don't know,
ways
yeah.
to juice up an animal.
I'm trying to find it in here.
Like, I
read-
didn't think meth was on the top of them though. Wouldn't it just fucking make him skits? You'd
Like-
probably want to start fucking everything.
You'd have
that he
to do,
says,
like- Trace amounts. Otherwise, it would just start having, like, a psychosis effect.
yeah.
I'd assume as well the only way to do it would be putting it into, like, the water. Like,
Yeah.
mixing it into the water, because
Maybe.
there's no way...
Is it
Yeah.
water soluble?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it is.
Ed knows.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But apparently, in here, it wasn't the first time. Like in the last 12 months, I
Right.
think they'd found 3 cases of doping in dogs.
In
racing
different other dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. Were they all meth related or?
It doesn't say, but the other interesting thing is that the dude only got, the trainer got 4 months.
4
And
months of
$3,500.
ban?
Yep. For injecting or whatever they did, giving a dog meth.
Did he get-
You only get 4 months and $3,500.
So 4
Fine.
months suspension.
Suspension
Okay, yeah.
from racing.
Yeah, yeah, right. I was gonna say, fuck, you got done for that. Like,
It's not that bad. Well, I mean,
so when you said 4 months, I was like, what, jail?
if you
Like,
have meth on you, you get more than that.
yeah, that's.
If you give it to a dog, you get less.
You get
Like,
less?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Next time I get raided, I'm just gonna fucking give my dog a bunch of meth, and they'll be like, oh,
Yeah. To all the
You're
listeners at
fucked.
home, be wary. Keep an eye on your dogs because they
Mm.
might be on meth.
yeah, yeah.
I just thought that was fucked.
If
You
you're
told
seeing-
me it was
So funny.
medicinal.
If you're seeing any bookies just like lurking around your house, just like be aware.
Yeah,
Be
so
wary.
safe spokesperson Will Appleby said giving a dog methamphetamine to improve their race performance is depraved and abhorrent.
Does
Which
it
is not
work
wrong.
though? Does it work?
Does it work, though?
That's what
Like-
that's what I want to know. Does it work? Like,
Isn't racing dogs arguably the same? Pretty bad.
Mm.
oh yeah.
And then giving him meth as well was like a double up.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not much of a deterrent if you're going to give them 4 months and a $3,500 fine.
Yeah.
They're like, I guess.
Especially, dude, if they
Hopefully
won
we
like
won't
a
get
bunch
caught
of
again.
races as well,
Yeah.
like that's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably nothing compared to what they made on the books.
Yeah.
Like, betting on their
That's
own.
what I'm saying,
dog.
like they don't win. Like they win money for winning races, right? But it'd be like the fucking the intranet of fucking bookie,
Yeah.
like just betting on shit they know what's gonna
Internal
win,
betting
like,
or
yeah.
whatever they would call it. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Imagine being at the race like that dog, or watching it at the the tavern. Watching
Yeah.
the race, be like, that dog's off its head, mate.
Yeah.
He's just like fucking. He's like biting the bugs in his left paw, like, trying to chew them out. Like.
He's doing fucking handstand push-ups.
Against
the wall.
It's a thing now.
Yeah.
It's a thing now. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Meth dogs.
Meth dogs,
Sweet. Cool.
all yours, man.
All right. So, elderly man has wrong leg amputated at Austrian clinic.
I read this one, dude.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Were you going to bring it in?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nah, but I did read that one. How fucking.
Look, there's not much to it. Like, they just fucked up. Like, the way
Yeah.
it's an Austrian hospital amputated the wrong leg of a patient. It said on Thursday, blaming human error for what it called a tragic mistake. And
So funny.
you just cut the other dude's leg off. The thing is, this guy was like, 82 years old.
So he was like incoherent or something.
Yeah.
And they couldn't understand, and then they asked him which leg,
And then he was like, yeah, it's that one, but he's like,
and then someone marked it.
yeah, but it was the wrong one.
The nurse marked it or whatever.
Yeah.
Then he went into surgery and they just whopped his leg off.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh fuck, it's the wrong one. That's pretty much what happened from what I remember.
Dude, imagine that gut feeling. Like, when you fuck up at work and you're like,
And you're like,
Oh, I fucked up. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
imagine,
I
like-
ordered the wrong thing. Damn.
you're like, oh no, we took his leg off, and they were like,
what?
Which one?
Which one?
Just being like, yeah, they had the writing on it. It had the drawing thing. Remember?
What's fucked is the surgeons
Mm.
probably should have known that leg was fine when they were amputating it.
Do you reckon it
They
was?
should have been like, this leg looks fine.
The other one looks fucked up.
The other
but
one's.
this,
Are you sure it's this one? They didn't even second guess it.
Do you reckon it was like a matter of like it's like two nurses, right? And they're just looking. It's like, oh yeah, so it's his right leg, and so they go to their right,
Which is his
and
left.
which is his left, and mark the right leg,
yeah, but
which is
it's
the left
not,
leg.
Maybe.
It's not like,
Like-
they're just it's a hospital full of first timers. they're professionals.
What's fucked is in the article it said they asked the guy and he was incorrect. So they tried to put it back on him, right?
Well, no, they said because they said he's got a whole bunch of fucking shit going on.
Yeah.
And he's just like he can barely talk and he's incoherent and shit. And that's the other thing. Like he still has to have the surgery for the other one.
Yeah, so he's going into
That's getting
recovery.
cut off. So the thing is, he's getting it cut off mid thigh.
Oh man.
So that's like you've only got about good
Oh.
20 centimeter of leg left at that point on both sides. So they're like, yeah, the patient has been offered psychological assistance, but still must undergo the other operation
Oh,
to
dude.
remove the left leg from the mid thigh.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like, okay, right, sick.
It's like if you got
Thanks.
you got to take out both wisdom teeth on each side, and they'll recommend to do one side and then the other.
Yeah.
But some people are like, nah, just do both. Like that guy's he didn't have that option, and now he has to rehab and then go back for another leg. Fuck,
so
man.
fucked. No mention of any compo or anything that's going to be paid out, but I mean, if this was Australia, not Austria,
Yeah, Austria.
I
that's
think
the
I
other
think
thing.
some hospitals would be getting some fucking
How did
lawsuits
the
thrown their
fucking
way.
surgeons not pick that up though?
I know, right? That's. I swear I must have shat myself. Dude, I keep smelling it. It's fucked. What the
I
hell
don't
is
smell
it?
anything.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm
Did you
like,
step in shit somewhere? Is that the problem?
I don't think so. It's like every 30 seconds to a minute, it just passes me for 2 seconds. I'm like, what is that, man?
Did you read that?
No,
one?
I didn't read that one. No, is that one you've got?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, sweet. Yeah, no, your turn.
Kim Jong Un bans mullets, skinny jeans, fearing their capitalist allure.
Ooh.
He banned mullets and skinny jeans. A lot of people have heard about this one recently, but I thought we'd have to bring it up.
Do you think like
North Korea's leader.
North Korea just like it just steals like cultural information from everywhere?
Yeah,
It's like all right, mullets are they're worn by delinquents, and delinquents are caused by capitalism.
yeah.
And
He
capitalism
does
bad.
not like
Does
capitalism.
not like capitalism.
He says we must be wary of even the slightest sign of capitalistic lifestyle and fight to get rid of them.
Well,
Along with the mullet, other styles like spiked or dyed hair have been banned in the totalitarian state.
I'm
While
pretty sure.
only 15 proper cuts have been approved.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like the most popular one being his one as
Yeah.
well, right? Like his stupid, shitty,
Highly
fucking fat
recommend that one.
boy, fat boy haircut.
No skinny jeans, no jeans with rips or tears in them, no ear piercings, no nose piercings, no t-shirts with slogans, and now no fucking mullets.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
do you reckon if we went up to Kim Jong Un and like you just like knelt down like behind him, like behind his legs, and I pushed him, like do you reckon how high would he bounce? Like when he hit the ground, do you reckon he'd be like? Boom,
I
like,
think.
he'd be shouting about nuking America on the way down.
Yeah,
He'd make a
probably, yeah.
funny noise. I'll tell you that
Yeah, he
much.
would
He'd make like a
That's
yeah,
like a
yeah,
solid.
He'd make
point.
like a fat boy, like a fat nerdy boy noise. Like he's never been pushed over in his life.
and like I feel like when he's trying to get up as well, like a little bit of snorting, like a as he's like
he's furious, but
Yeah.
like his breath intake is like too narrow. Yeah.
A North Korean propaganda website compared bands like K-pop's BTS to slaves, claiming they are robbed of their body, mind, and soul by the heads of vicious and corrupt art-related conglomerates.
He's kind of not wrong there.
Yeah, kind of.
K-pop's kind of fucked, man. Like
Yeah.
there's a whole like dark rabbit hole in that shit. Like,
But do you ban mullets? Do you
Yeah,
really go and,
it's obviously a slippery slope,
one
right?
step too
Yeah.
far.
One step too far.
we were always
gentlemen.
taught that Americans were wolves and the South Koreans were their puppets. But when you listen to their art, you've got to acknowledge them. So that was one dude who's a defector from...
Right.
And he was just like, yeah, I think he's a bit... I would ask the South Korean authorities if they are ready to take care of the consequences of evil conduct done by the rubbish-like mongrel dogs who took no scruple to slander us while faulting the nuclear issue in the meanest way at the most untimely time.
Is that old NK laying the words down, laying the law down there?
Someone speaking for him, but yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, man.
Fucking
You got a mullet, you're not allowed to go there.
no mullets in
They'll
North
put you
Korea.
in fucking prison.
I wonder if
It's
you
so
like.
fucking wild.
I wonder if you
dude.
do the whole tourist jig. Like, will they just literally chuck you in a gulag if you rock up with a mullet to
And
like
skinny jeans.
to like Pyongyang International Airport?
It's
Like,
insane, man. Yeah.
oh, yeah, I'm not a fan of skinny jeans either. I reckon
Yeah, but what, like...
it makes you look like it turns you into a female. When the skinny jeans go on, then you now have 2 X chromosomes.
But it's a slippery slope.
Of course,
From,
yeah.
you know, when you put skinny jeans on, but it's also a slippery
Well, you
slope
never know,
when you
man.
start
Like-
banning them. What are you not allowed to do
I
next?
think they're all the way down at the bottom of that slope, man. I think there's not a slope anymore. It's just
not.
they're in the pit now,
Yeah.
like covered in mud and shit.
Yeah,
There's like leeches like on their left earlobe and shit. Like,
it's fucking. So yeah, that's all I've got for today. I wanted
Right.
to keep it hard hitting.
Okay.
Only the very most important news articles.
the news, yes. Well, we are seasoned journalists,
We are.
of course. Our news theme reflects that.
Yeah, our free,
The intensity of our news theme reflects that, I think.
our royalty-free news music.
I
theme.
just fucked the shit out of it with effects and things. And I was
Yeah.
like, and then
Yeah,
I got to a point where I was like, this, I don't know what it sounds like anymore.
But it's
Like,
good. It's
I was
fucking
like,
good.
then, like before I like landed on that, I was like, I need to pull it back because this is not sounding like
It was
anything.
just like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it was like, all like
Just noises.
there was all these filters on it and stuff, and like then I put on like a they call it like a crunch chorus, which
Yeah.
is like it's just overdrive to fuck. And then I was like, what has happened? Like, this is no
What
longer
have
a
I-
news
what-
thing. Yeah.
What have I done?
It needs to somehow like represent news. And I was like, I don't know. We need to pull this back.
It's like fucking.
Well, I dig that anyway.
All right. Well, I got two more. I'll blast through them.
Sounds good.
Blast through them. So obviously, we don't talk about COVID, but obviously the effects of it have caused certain.
Rippled through the,
there's certain
the fabric of society.
Yeah, there's certain things that need to be to be selfless acts of the people, rather,
Right,
that
okay.
need to be carried out in order to get us back to where we used to be pre-pandemic, right?
Okay.
In the UK, each adult in the UK would need to order 124 pints of beer by the end of 2021 to save pubs in the UK.
Oh shit!
It's 124 pints each, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
for
That
the
could be
rest of the
doable
year.
though.
For the rest of the year, yeah. So
To save
it's
all
about
the
halfway
pubs.
through the year.
Yeah. So still, even if half the pubs close,
Mm.
they're going to be struggling.
Yeah, and that's like so.
So what are they making a
It's pretty open and shut. Like it's just your boys need to start spending some money, right? Like
Fuck, dude.
start breaking those fucking lockdown laws.
That's
out there.
crazy.
Support your local,
Wow. I
Fucking-
wonder if the government will.
not an MFC, mate.
Yeah, I wonder if the
Bruv.
the government will bring it to light and try and
Subsidise?
encourage, or subsidize, or
Yeah.
try and encourage people
Here's your beer money.
like a big marketing plan or whatever you would call it to make people go and get pissed as fuck all the
Just
time.
give you beer stamps.
Yeah.
Just
Beer
food
stamps.
stamps. Like
Beer stamps.
it's
Actually,
like you're trying to use it to pay for food. It's like no, so that's for beer only.
I read one, but I lost it. It was one of the ones I lost, but it was in America somewhere. They're doing a shot and beer. It's like a drive to get people to go get a vaccine, and they'll give you beer if you go get your
Oh
vaccine.
yeah, I've
Did you
seen
read
that.
one? Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah. I mean,
so funny, dude. And it was like 30% increase in vaccines had
Yeah.
rolled out since they
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'll go get a free beer.
go get a free beer.
Yeah, dude.
It's funny, what's happening in America at the moment? Because everyone's getting their unemployment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're
benefits.
still getting it.
You're seeing like places like Macca's, like McDonald's, and like just typical minimum wage jobs.
They
right?
can't find employees.
They can't find people to work them. So you see them, they're like advertising, and it's like KFC has got some pretty decent marketers on board at this point because they kind of know
really?
what's going on. Like,
yeah.
but it's shit
We've
like
touched on that.
yeah, we've
Yeah.
touched on that. And it's funny, like the way, like I seen one, it was like a ad for a Macca's, a McDonald's position, and all it said was due to big vampire mummy, no one wants to come into work. We'll pay you $22 an hour. Like, just come and work for us. Like,
No, imagine
no one's getting
rolling in
paid
there.
$8 an hour anymore
Wow.
because
that's
everyone's.
more than Galvin's paid.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll bleep that.
No, fuck
Should we bleep
Galvin's.
that? Yeah, fuck.
Fuck Galvin's.
I have nothing to do with Galvin's, but fuck Galvin's.
Fuck Galvin's.
That's a bit of inside baseball.
Not
If you
affiliated
don't
with Galvin's
understand
Pub.
too bad.
Yeah, that's pretty much open and shut. Just this article is saying, please don't rise to the challenge. Why is it saying that?
Fuck knows.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really read it too much. So I just,
Did they say please don't go and work for Macca's so they can keep driving the
No,
minimum
it's
wage higher?
it's saying here, don't rise to the challenge of 124 pints.
Oh, true.
I'm not
yeah,
sure why
yeah.
they're saying that. I mean, what's wrong with 124 pints?
That's
You're
just
doing
a
it for the
little
good
bit-
of
We've
your
had a big
country, bro.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. That's just a big week.
Fuck, man. Was that per person per day? 124 beers.
No. This until the end of 2021. Between now and the start of 2022,
Each person has to order.
each adult in the UK has drink 152.
It's very
124.
doable.
That's doable.
Yeah,
That's
but
doable.
that's every adult.
And that's
You're
to
not,
keep them from going under. That's not
yeah.
even to like...
well, you're not accounting for incredibly unhealthy people that are dying. You're not accounting for like
People
People who
that
don't
don't
people
drink.
who don't drink.
Yeah.
Like you're not accounting for
Tell you
Not
what,
as
the
many
large-
as
Some proper geezers will give it a red hot crack. They would.
Yeah, they'll make up for
yeah,
the rest
they'll
of
make
it.
up for it. Yeah, yeah, that's basically it. And
Real red hot crack.
Red hot crack, mate.
Yeah.
from fizz.org, as in like physics, phys.org.
Oh yeah,
Can you shut the fuck up, Messenger?
cookies or
Fucking cookies.
every news site's like, hey, do you want to allow our cookies? And you're
No,
like, well, I don't
just
have a choice.
losers
'cause otherwise I
messaging
can't read
me.
it.
Fucking while we're recording because it's their fault I didn't turn the volume down. No, okay, so from phys.org, mammals can breathe through anus in emergencies.
What?
So
All mammals?
yeah.
No.
So well, that's the theory at the
Can I
moment.
cover your mouth?
I'm so excited right now. Why didn't the monks tell us about this so long ago?
Well, I mean, it's a closely guarded secret, I guess. Like,
obviously.
you know, it's holy sacred. You know, like, so they're basing this off a study that they did with rodents and pigs.
Kind of terrifying.
So
What was the study?
So it was basically, it was trying to see, because look, the idea, the whole evolution idea, right, was that we came
We
out of
were
the
fish.
water and shit, yeah, and all that sort of good stuff, right? So
Like
I think
that
it
good
was
South Park episode.
Wait,
Fucking
which one?
Kanye West.
Fish sticks. What's wrong with fish sticks?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so they did this study with these rodents and these pigs, and I think they were just trying to find out if there's any like
Other way they can-
leftover like reptilian instinctual shit that goes on if like we're in water or something. I don't know, right? So researchers demonstrated that delivery of oxygen gas or oxygenated liquid through the rectum provided vital rescue to 2 mammalian models of respiratory failure.
Wow.
So, in basically what they're saying is there's a mammal that can't breathe at the current moment. They've pumped the ass through full of oxygen or oxygen-laden water or liquid,
And it saved him.
and it saved them.
So what you're telling me is we're now going to see scuba divers that don't
Breathing
have,
out their ass.
that have a tube going up their ass, pumping oxygenated water into their asshole
Yeah.
while they deep dive.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm down for that.
Down for that shit. Wait,
I don't feel like a dive this weekend. Like just being like, I don't want to. I don't want to put things in my
Wait,
ass.
This weekend.
Wait, I couldn't imagine a better situation. I'm like, what, a good fucking 100 meters down. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't go up that fast because I'll get the bends. Like, it's shit's dark. I'm like getting the fucking getting a bit wigged out. And to top it all off, I've got a hose up my ass.
No one tells Steve-O.
He's just right in there.
It'd be good for underwater selfies. You wouldn't have like the thing, like the
A
snorkel
new-
thing.
Yeah.
New thing of OnlyFans.
Oh
New branch.
shit!
Oh, dude.
Off
That's
topic, but
mm.
Twitch TV now has
Yes.
a hot tubs category.
What?
Yes,
Because of the
they
shit.
caved.
Yeah, they caved.
So it
Oh
was
my God.
the category is called pools, hot tubs, and beaches.
Yeah, and it's just
It's a bikini,
Yeah.
like.
Oh,
category.
it's a cam horse
instead of
site now.
addressing the problem, they just went, we'll just put them in a
Oh,
different
it's the
bucket.
smart thing to do business
Yeah, yeah, it
wise,
is, yeah.
but it's like you wouldn't expect it from like an Amazon owned company
So
like
funny, man.
Twitch.
And there's tons of dudes taking the piss. Like there was one I
There
saw.
was a big fat dude in like a backyard pool, and he's just chilling. He's like drinking
Yeah.
piss. He like
There's another dude
hot
in his
tub
lounge
stream,
room
yeah.
with a fucking camera that wouldn't even focus properly, and he was just watching YouTube, and he wasn't even talking to chat, and he was just sitting in this fucking, and he had like a bikini on, and he's just sitting in a fucking, in a blow up pool with no water in it. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad people are taking the piss out of him because it's amazing to me how people can make excuses for this shit. Still.
Yeah.
Wait, do I care? Not really. Like, I am not opposed to seeing some fucking hot thought in a bikini while I'm like perusing Twitch the 5 times a year that I do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not impartial to that.
Yeah, it's not like they're taking your money.
Yeah, well, I'm happy for
And
those
honestly-
chicks. Get
Yeah.
their fucking
Yeah,
cheddar.
and honestly, I
Yeah.
could not give a shit about people complaining. Oh, they're taking viewers away. Okay, look, you
If anything, they're
You don't
bringing
want those-
more people
yeah.
to the platform.
exactly the
Yeah.
main demographic of people who go and watch Twitch, right, are people that generally don't get laid, and that's basically it, right? And you got a bunch of thoughts in there, just like hey, titties, right?
Yeah.
Titties, ass, usually multiple titties at the same time in a tub. right?
There was a,
Writing names on like their arms and shit, like
you know, Armanath or Amaranth?
Amaranth,
Amaranth.
Amaranth, yeah. There was
That's a hot Jew.
There was a rumor going around that her water was green screened because she was sick of getting like pruny after spending all day in water. And there's all these people like scientifically deducting whether it actually had water in it or whether it was a good green screen.
Unlocking the autism to try and figure it out. Like,
It's like, yeah, but she doesn't seem wet enough. Like, what the fuck? Dude?
they're like superimposing fucking like images of people in a pool with like recently wet skin to like her skin and shit. Like,
going in on like Photoshop and zooming in on the pixels,
Going,
and,
like,
comparing them to like old episodes when she actually was in water.
it's like going like full like 4chan Shia LaBeouf style.
Yeah,
like.
exactly. Using the trajectory of the plane paths and shit
Yeah.
to deduce whether it's actual water or not.
Okay, so getting off that. Back to our arse breathing.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
So they provided evidence for intestinal breathing in rats, mice,
fucking
and
way.
pigs. They designed an intestinal gas ventilation system to administer pure oxygen through the rectum of mice.
Oh my god.
They
dude.
showed that without the system, no mice survived 11 minutes of extremely low oxygen conditions. Right? With intestinal gas ventilation, more oxygen reached the heart, and 75% of mice survived 50 minutes of normally lethal low oxygen conditions. So they wouldn't survive past 11 minutes.
What?
But with the air in their ass, they survived for 50 minutes.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here.
boys.
If
Rats can breathe through their ass. Don't
Hey.
let anyone tell you different.
Look, if you're having a particularly bad case of hay fever that day, just fucking oxygen tape right up the rectum. Hey, it'll help. Like,
No more
oh
pollens.
my god, that's incredible.
Fuck,
Fuck, I love this podcast, man.
It's good, eh?
Yeah.
It basically just goes on about the science behind it and everything, but obviously the implication is that maybe sometime into the future it could be implicated.
Don't even
for
use
more
our mouths
widespread
anymore.
stuff. Yeah,
Because you can eat up, like,
you can
insert
eat
food up there.
You can eat intravenously, yeah, and you can't like because you got to think about it. The anus, right?
Go on.
Go on. The anus is literally just a part of the intestine.
We already know it's not a one-way street.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can put stuff up it too.
Well, I mean, you're not supposed to, but for
Well-
some people, I guess it's fun.
Well,
I don't know.
I thought
I
it-
don't think you're supposed to put things
That's
up
how I
your
listen
ass.
to this podcast.
I thought we were.
Just shove a cucumber up there and just slightly gyrate it while I listen. Like,
I thought it was a.
no, shit myself. Well, I mentioned this to you on the break. It wasn't going to be a news thing, but I'll cover it and then we'll wrap it up. I reckon,
Alright, sounds good.
So yeah, that's the arse breathing story.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic when I saw it.
God, I'm so happy
Yeah,
I
right.
know that now.
So this is more. This is
That's so fucking good.
it's made your life a bit more interesting.
Dude,
hasn't
I'm
it?
going
Like,
straight to the water cooler on Monday
Fuck
morning.
yeah.
I'm going to stand around until that Britney chick rocks up and I'm going to feed her some information that I learnt this week.
oh, you're already talking about the arse, so you're already halfway there to coitus, right?
Boom,
Like,
exactly.
It's like it's Inception.
Layman
man.
logic.
You just gotta like bring out your inner Leonardo DiCaprio and just
Yeah.
like get inside the chick's dreams and be like, so do you know you can breathe through your ass and that's you're set. Anal the next day.
I'll breathe into it and we'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's for a
I'll-
Patreon, I think.
I'll breathe into it with my tongue. So I mentioned this on the break, but this is for all our very loyal Australian listeners. I feel like, since I'm aware of this, that I need to make it very clear to everyone. This was a fad that been and gone a few years ago, right? But every citizen of the Commonwealth
Oh, yes.
legally has the right, not the privilege, but has the right to request a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II free of charge.
Oh, I have heard about this.
Yeah. So if we're gonna get one.
Yeah.
We're gonna hang it up, like maybe draw a mustache and a I don't know, like a
We'll put a hard hat on her.
yeah, put a hard hat on her, chuck a shovel in her face, like not in her face, but like in her hand, near her face. I don't know why I said to her face.
No, we're not shoving anything in her face.
Don't arrest me. Put me in the fucking Tower of England, please.
We love the Queen. I love the Queen.
I don't.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I do, though. No, so all you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is you just need to get in touch with your local federal representative.
Hit 'em up.
Contact them by email.
Find their email, yeah.
Request. State that it is your right as an Australian citizen and a citizen of the monarch to receive a portrait of the Queen. We had a mate, because I was telling you, we have a mate.
I didn't
who
even
did
know
this.
this either.
Really? He never told you?
No, I'll have to hit him up.
Yeah, hit him up.
So
Yeah,
funny.
it was so funny when he told me. It was years ago. And he goes, yeah, no, he told me about it. It was like, oh, okay, cool. And he went and did it. So he hit up his local rep. And he very, very formally, nicely, he's like, hello, my name is such and such.
Yeah.
I'm writing to you because I've discovered that I'm legally entitled to a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and I would like to fulfil my rights as an Australian citizen, a citizen of a Commonwealth. So could you please give me my portrait? And he wrote him back, and he was like, yes, of course, Mr. His so-and-so. Yes, we can sort that out for you. Just need some details from you, your address to get it sent to, whatever, yada yada. Completely free of charge. So yeah, we're gonna get one.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're gonna get one.
Fucking oath. I can't wait to hang it up in here, dude.
Oh yeah,
It's going to look real good next to Black Sabbath and
Yeah, dude.
underneath Bob Marley. It's going to look fantastic.
Fuck yeah. And then just a picture of a fat cat. Our studio is
fantastic.
amazing. It's such a fucking cool.
It's a
little
vibe.
room.
It's a good den,
it is
yeah.
a vibe.
Can't wait.
Half of it is and I'm not going to provide any context to this at all, but half of the room is filled with dildos.
Yeah.
And this is true, and I'm not going to explain why. Maybe that can be some deep lore shit in the future.
Oh, shit. I can't spot one currently, but
No,
I'm pretty
it's
sure there's one over
it's
there.
that effect, right?
Yeah.
It's like you see a whole bunch of hot chicks, right? And then you start looking at them individually, and then you can actually tell, okay, that one wasn't as hot as the other ones.
Yeah, when you separate. What's
you
that?
separate
There's an
them.
actual term for that.
Well,
yeah.
but
The
Barney from
cheerleader effect.
cheerleader effect.
Yeah,
Barney
that's
from
it.
How I Met Your Mother came up with it. It was like, yes, it's
Yeah.
the cheerleader effect.
Yeah.
Now, but look at them closely, and you look at them close, they're all actually foul as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but
But when they hang out together, the allure
mm,
is greater.
I can see at least 4
Can you
from here.
actually?
Yeah, I can see at least there's a. If you count the giant plushie dick as well,
plushie dick, yeah.
that's 5.
I see the plushie dick.
There's an erotic novel there called Ride 'em Cowgirl.
Nice.
Well, it's not an erotic novel. That's a
Instructive.
yes, it's an
literature.
instructive manual. Ride 'em Cowgirl. Yeah. So yeah. So that's deep lore.
Tickle is
TPL
pickle.
deep lore.
One's called Tickle is Pickle.
Dude, that's a good one. Nice.
Guys, that's been TPL podcast. Thanks so much for listening. Again,
Hopefully you enjoyed this installment
yes,
of
this
the
installment.
Professional Layman's Podcast. Again, hit us up on YouTube.
Bring
Send us your emails.
yes, send us your
We want to hear what's going on.
send us a picture of like your dog or some shit. Oh, no.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Actually, yeah, we're going to do the Instagram maybe. We've been talking about that for ages.
Yeah,
so
no,
maybe we should do
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's time to start upping the
We
the,
should
the
promote.
promotional ante. I reckon that's my job, so I have to do that. Get on that. We all know who to blame. Is what I'm saying.
Blame Bert.
Blame Bert.
Oh, not the Queen.
I can't wait to get that portrait.
Oh, it's gonna be
That's
sick. It's gonna take a few
awesome.
months, I think, but it'll be sick. Professional.layman's@gmail.com. Like Jesse said, catch us on YouTube and all major podcast directories except for fucking Apple Podcasts, because fucking what's his face, Tim Cook,
Doesn't like us.
doesn't like us. I
Didn't
don't know what we did
handpicked
to
us
him.
Didn't even have the audacity to send us an email. We just
Tim.
got booted.
Tim. We haven't even mentioned your suicide camps in China.
Yeah, everyone
Like-
turn this down. It's just for Tim.
Tim, we haven't even mentioned the fact that you have a back door that you have access to every single iPhone
And that you can breathe through.
in the world.
And we haven't even talked about the button that you can hit that makes all AirPods explode.
Exactly. Right?
So, how about you fucking do us a solid, mate?
Tim, we can breathe out of our arse now. you can stop
Come round.
talking so much shit, alright? Alright?
Oh.
Tim. No, for whatever reason, we cannot get on there. We were listed on there, and now we're not, and we don't know why. We might have said a bad word,
Yeah.
because, you know,
Probably, yeah.
words are illegal in this day and age.
You know what? Fuck them. Who needs them?
Who fucking needs them? Who listens to fucking dog shit Apple?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
But whatever. Bridge that we'll cross when we have the appropriate, like, means. Like, just bring a giant halberd.
Yeah, that's good means.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Of course, the offer still stands. First person that writes in has something fucking decent to talk about.
Yeah. First decent.
A body part of our fine editor here will be graced with your namesake. I feel because I have to like look at him every time I say it, because it's like, is this still a
like
thing?
he's slowly like
I don't
getting
know.
over it.
Yeah,
Slowly
it's,
getting
it's
over
been
it.
too long.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
too long now. It's like, come on, hurry the fuck up. He's going
Yeah.
to change his mind, all right? Fucking losers. That's been the show.
Yep.
Thanks for listening.
Fuck yous.
Oh,
Go
God.
breathe out your ass.
Nah, see you, boys.
Thanks, Cox.
Catch you.
The professional layman's